everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of Dan and Frankie and Nobbins and Liam and freaking everybody. Brian O'Halloran goes to Hollywood. And today we're not just talking about one or two movies or whatever. We're talking about all the movies. This is going to be an episode where we are talking about our favorite discoveries of 2025, which according to conversations this morning, is kind of a loose term. Like, what is it? Is it a movie you've never heard of before? Is it just a movie you've never seen
No,
before? Who
it's not a
knows?
loose term at all.
Well, there you go. It is not a loose term. Here's Frankie to define
No.
what a discovery is.
Well, it is any film that we have watched for the first time this year that was released prior to this year.
See, that's what I thought it was. So this is good news to me because I now have gone from one movie to having seven movies. Because when Nobbins was redefining what a discovery was, I was like, oh shit, there's only one
Well,
movie
Well,
out of my seven that I hadn't heard of
in
before.
my defense, I
it's
was I
it's
was
not.
redefining it for me so that I could cut down
Yeah,
my own list.
yeah. No, that's totally
Yeah,
understandable.
there's no set thing. Like it could
Mm,
be the best movies that you discovered this year,
hmm.
or it could be like Nobbins did and I did to get one off my list, talking about lesser talked about ones and taking off some of the big like tentpole movies that get talked about a lot. You can
Right.
do whatever criteria you want, but the basic thing is it's a movie you discovered this year that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
released this year because we'll of course do our best movies of this year as a separate thing in January.
Exactly. Yeah, and as always, look, we're just making this up as we go along. It's fun. It's fun. And speaking of fun, for people who are wondering why there is a very oily, muscular, naked man behind me with a who's like, if you look, he's actually saying it. Look, there it is. He's
Liam's
saying it.
not naked.
He's
He's never
saying,
seen so.
Not yet.
no. Liam's underneath me right now, which is not gay at all. No, the naked man behind me, Mr. Zac Efron, is saying, "Happy birthday, Liam," and there's a reason for that. And why would that be, Liam?
I'm going to guess because it's my birthday soon.
Yay!
I
Wow,
feel
you
like
are
the
so
information's all
smart.
there.
It is. It is. We
Yeah.
got Zac Efron. We got Happy Birthday, Liam. Like you put two and two together, and what do you get? You get Happy Birthday, Liam.
Yeah.
So yeah, how old are you turning? I can ask you because you're a male.
Yeah, 38.
Are you shitting me?
What?
Oh fuck! I thought you were way younger than that.
Oh,
Sorry.
really? I don't, is that a good
Yeah.
thing or a bad
I'm not
thing?
sure. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would have gone, early 30s at the most.
that would have been nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. There
He
you
is
go.
still the
Okay.
youngest of all of us.
Mm.
He is. He is. Yeah.
Well, I'll take
So there
that
you
then.
go. That's the thing. Yeah. Wow. Have you got anything planned for your birthday or?
Yeah, I'm seeing family. We are doing bowling and going for
Oh.
a meal. So,
Nice.
yeah,
That
I
sounds
did
like a
want to go
fun
to the
night out.
cinema, but there's like
Mm.
nothing out that I want to see because I do not want to spend 3.5 hours watching the third Avatar movie.
Oh, but it's so good, and it does
Yeah,
not
I got
feel
the
like that
same
long.
I haven't seen the
same thing
second one.
here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
haven't seen
well,
the second
No,
one
oh,
either.
well, James
I haven't
Cameron,
seen any
like,
of them.
because this was one of these movies that Kylie and I thought was so freaking amazing. We went and watched all the YouTube videos, and James Cameron went on record as saying that he didn't think you needed to see the first two in order to appreciate this one. But I kind of wholeheartedly disagree because, like,
He just
yeah,
wants
there were
people to go
so
see
many
it.
characters that were introduced in the second one that you sort of need that backstory in order to really appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know what he was talking about there, but no, I had my very first ever IMAX 3D experience with that film on Monday night. And I was going to say it lived up to the hype, but no, it surpassed it. It was up there with the greatest movie experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Just the way that, because of the size of the screen and the quality of the 3D, like it actually feels like you are looking inside the screen. Like it feels like the movie is, 5 centimeters in front of your face, but in, crystal clear focus. My only really big gripe was that they presented the film in high frame rate, and after the first Hobbit movie, I vowed I would never watch another movie in high frame rate again. Yeah, but this one, like, yeah, I didn't know that it was in HFR, so yeah, that kind of sucked because it sort of looked like I was just watching actors on a stage, but actors that were very tall and
Okay,
blue
for
and
those of
with
us who
tails.
are not technical people, what does
Yes.
the high frame rate do compared to
Yeah, yeah,
normal?
yeah. So a standard film is shot 24 frames per second. So in every second of a movie, you're watching 24 photographs. High frame rate, they present it in 48 frames per second, which means you're getting double the amount of frames in a second, which means that you don't have that. It doesn't look like a movie anymore. It looks like you're watching like a soap opera or something filmed on cheap video, where it's just like extremely clear. The movement is, there's no motion blur and stuff like that. It's yeah, so it just takes me out of the movie. Yeah, it just like I said, it looks like you're watching a behind the scenes thing with, with the actors on a stage or whatever and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't really like that, but the movie was that good that yeah, it kind of, after a little while it just sort of yeah, my brain chose to
I
accept
just
it.
got a bit distracted by where your hand is, Dan. It's just
Oh, hey.
you're just
What, what
So,
are you talking about? Hey,
so wait,
Zach. Hey,
do you
Zachary.
think the high frame rate is something that you could eventually get used to if you watched more and more movies that utilized it?
Depends on the person, I suppose, because no matter how many times I watch things, like, um, even things like my sister's TV at her place, like they've got it on because you can flick TVs
Yeah.
onto that mode, and they've always got theirs set to that, and I'm just like, oh man, like. And she's one of these people that's like you try to explain to her, hey, if you turn that off, it's going to look a lot better, and she just doesn't know the difference. So yeah, like I said, it depends on the person.
Didn't Tom Cruise and what's his face, the director of the Mission Impossibles, do like a little PSA announcement to get people turning that setting off of their TVs?
Yes, 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 they did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because like I said, it doesn't look like a movie anymore. Yeah, so
But
yeah.
is
But
the
anyway.
plot of the third Avatar film
Mm.
good? Because you
Oh
mentioned a lot about the
yeah.
experience of watching it, but the actual
Yeah, yeah,
film
yeah. No, yeah, it
itself.
was a great like I'm in 2009 when the first Avatar came out, like I went and saw it, of course, and I dug it. I didn't love it. Then many years later, when the second one came out, I went and saw that, and I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed the first one. But it was one of those things that sort of gave me a bit more of a appreciation for the first one. But again, I mean, like we went to rewatch the films, and like I hadn't even taken the second one out of the shrink wrap. I went and bought it,
Yeah.
but I hadn't taken it out yet. So, that sort of gives you an indication of how many times I watch these films. But with this third one now, it's really cemented in me, a much bigger love of these films. Like I think I'm going to watch them more often now. Because yeah, they really are good. But yeah, no, the third one I loved it. Especially the main villainess of the thing, Varong, her character's name is, played by Una Chaplin, who is the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin. Um, she was amazing. The movie's almost worth watching just for every time she is on screen. Yeah, she was just such an incredibly good character. But yeah, no, all the characters were good. Like everything, yeah, everything was great about it. Yeah, had a really good time with that film. So I would recommend it.
Okay. Maybe one day,
Yeah.
just not on my birthday.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm not gonna force you to watch it like I did with Blood-Sucking Freaks.
Mm,
So
that was an experience.
yeah, it was. So anyway, but yeah, anyway, that's enough about Avatar 3 because that was my one movie I discovered this year. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. Um, yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, because you can bring it up again when we actually talk about this year's movies.
Oh, it'll
Yeah.
definitely be probably in my top five, I think. Yeah, it was that good. But before we get into things, Frankie has been promising us that she's come up with a little game that we can play today, and I've been very excited about what the heck this could be because she's given no
Oh,
clues.
I'm sure it's not gonna live up to the hype.
Oh, no, in my
Um,
brain, this is bigger
basically,
than Avatar 3.
so this year I discovered how amazing Al Pacino is
Mm,
very late. And
hmm
so I watched like over 20 of his movies. And so I made the decision, because he has so many good ones, to discount all of them from my discoveries list, because otherwise there'd be so many on there.
mm,
And so I've made instead a top five Pacino discoveries of the year, and I
right.
thought it would be fun. This will be harder for Liam because he hasn't had to listen to me talk about Al Pacino as much as you two. So, you want to guess what I have made my top five and see who can get the closest to my
Well, I know
actual
what the top one is.
five. And I will just say I have counted The Godfather 1 and 2 as one combined thing.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Liam, you probably just have to pick. And I want to do it on the spot so didn't go to my
Hmm.
letterbox for clues and
Mm.
stuff.
Hang on.
So Liam, you'll probably just have to
Nice.
make some random guesses, perhaps.
I
Yeah,
will do
yeah.
my best.
Is this going to be a multiple
So,
choice with each thing or?
no.
Oh, shit.
Um, you just can decide, but I don't know if you want to just go like, what's
Oh,
my number five? And you all take a guess and we go one by one. Do it that way.
yeah. Start with five and work our way down or up. Up, down. I
Hmm.
don't know. Yeah. Work our way towards number one. That's what I meant to say.
So I don't know if you just want to make a five list before we start,
Not really.
or if you just want to go for it
Yeah, we're
and
just going to
just
go for it.
remember everything
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
been
yeah.
said.
I think all the viewers and listeners out there are like, oh, thank God they're not going to just sit there and make lists throughout this thing.
Well, no, I didn't mean you're going to sit there and think for half an hour about it. Okay, what do you think is my number five best Pacino
Your
discovery?
that would be, of course, Jack and Jill.
Really?
No, I know that's number one. I'm just kidding. Um, what movies has Pacino been in again?
He's only been in one movie. He was in one movie
Oh,
once, and
Scent of
that's
a
it.
Woman.
That was going to
That's
be
your
my
pick?
guess.
Yeah, that's number five.
I was going to go Godfather.
Ah,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're all wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are we though?
Yes, my number
Um,
five was The Devil's Advocate.
that classic film. All right. Number
It's so
five, Devil's
fun.
Advocate. It is. This is more fun than I've ever had in my life.
What? I said the
That's
movie.
hey. All right, yeah.
Uh,
Number four is Jack and Jill.
Number four is Godfather.
Oh.
I'm going to guess Serpico.
Oh, no, 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 no. Of course, Jack and Jill was a joke. No, what's that one? Carlito's Way. There you go. Boom. Nailed it.
um, Liam, I have not seen Serpico yet.
Yeah, idiot.
Um, that one's harder to find. My number
Yeah.
four was Scent of a Woman.
Oh, did I say that? Oh, no, I
Sorry,
said that
you
for the
guys
It's
previous
you
number
one.
guessed it
five,
last time.
yeah.
Shit. I forgot that I'd already guessed that. Oh,
So
God damn it.
I watched that for the first time this week because I've spent the last
Hmm.
week trying to watch
I
films
heard
that
you
I
loved
think
it.
would make it onto
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, yeah. I heard
Yeah, that
you're
was
a
a,
really
a
big
bit of
fan.
disappointing
Yeah.
comments in that review.
Greatest performance by Al Pacino ever is what I heard you said.
Oh,
Oscar
I believe
worthy.
he said the greatest movie ever made. I
Obviously.
mean, look, admittedly, I don't remember a single thing that he said in his review, but I'm pretty sure that would have been in there.
Yeah, I
Hmm
don't even remember what I said in my review.
You don't even remember watching the movie. But
Oh, I
anyway.
remember that.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's
I
okay.
just
remember
you
that.
said something like Pacino was just fine, whatever, and then
No,
went
I
on
think it was
to
worse than that. I
talk
think he
about,
actually said
was it?
Pacino was not good and the movie was just fine and he gave it 3 stars.
I remember giving it
Ooh.
3 stars.
Let
Uh,
me,
we, we, we've got to get Liam's
hang on.
review
Al
up here.
Pacino certainly delivers a bold performance. I can't say I was overly enamored with it, but he sure
Oh yeah,
does take some swings.
There you go.
yeah. They
Bad.
just
Wasn't
miss.
that Raging
Instead, you were
Bull?
pleasantly surprised by Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, who I've only
Ah.
really seen in the Batman movies.
Are you
So
serious?
anything beyond that would be a pleasant surprise, right?
Oh my goodness. Wow, that's a bold claim.
I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say, there is a line in that movie that I really enjoyed where
Hang on, are
he
we talking about
orders.
Batman or
No, we're talking about Scent of a
ah,
Woman,
all
where
right.
he
Hoo-ha.
orders a John Daniels and Coke, and someone says, "Don't you mean Jack and Coke?" And he goes, "Well, when you've known him as long as I have," and that is an excellent line.
Ah. Yeah, yeah, that's really good. Um sorry, that's came across a little bit caustic, but anyway. Um yeah, no, it's a really good line. Okay, what are we up to? Three?
Three.
Three is
Yep.
Carlito's Way.
3 is definitely Godfather.
I'm going to say
Nope.
Godfather.
I
Nope.
see your strategy, Nobbins.
Eventually it's going to hit.
Jack and Jill.
Um, Liam, did you say Godfather too?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Godfather 1, I think. Not Godfather.
No, Godfather 1 and 2 are combined,
Oh,
remember?
that's right.
Yeah. God, you guys don't listen.
Um,
Does that mean that there's Godfather 3 if you combine 1 and 2?
Ah, yeah.
number
But
three was Sea of Love.
I thought
Not
it was
even
going to
heard
be
of
number
it.
what?
1. Isn't it
Yeah,
your like
that's
literally?
number one.
I was holding that back for number 1 because you literally put it in your top 4 movies
Same.
in a recent podcast episode.
What is going on?
So,
Why? What? Hang on.
This is why I
No.
don't make ranked lists because it's very subjective to how I'm feeling at the time. Sea of Love is
Ah,
the most fun movie and it's the one I've watched the most.
this is hurting my
oh,
brain.
yeah. Why do I even listen to podcasts when it just
What?
changes
What
from one
is?
podcast
I
to another?
have
I
said key statements about the top two.
I don't. Oh God! Number one is Jack and Jill. Wow. Okay. Um.
All right, number
This has
two.
just thrown everything.
Number 2 is The Godfather for sure.
Well, or Carlito's Way or Jack and Jill. What is? Well, it's not Sea of Love. I'll tell you that much.
Mm.
Um. Carlito's Way. This about the only one I can remember.
I'm going to say Heat.
Yeah.
Okay, I will help you out, Liam, this time. I have not seen Heat yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
And Wombat, if you're listening to this, I apologize, sir. Yeah,
all
my
right.
God.
I'll go with Godfather again then, although I didn't want to do it
I love
twice.
that we're just all picking like three movies that we're just going with over and over and over
Well,
again.
I
Come
I locked
on.
in Sea
Well,
of Love for
Nobbins
number
has
1.
had one pick. Okay, yes, the Godfather movies are my number two.
Yes. Suck on
Did
it.
I say
I
that?
think
I
I
can't
believe
No.
remember.
that's Liam and me have got 1 point each, and Dan's got 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, number one.
Jack and Jill. No.
I mean,
Number one.
Carlito's Way.
Well, it might be. But Dick Tracy? No. Uh, hmm. Did you like Carlito's Way that much? I can't remember. I don't think you did, but uh see, I was so determined that it was Sea of Love that I just
Mm.
don't know what to do anymore. Like,
Maybe it's a,
Gilly. It was Gilly,
oh,
which
it
you haven't
should
I
it
seen.
should
haven't
be.
watched that yet.
I
That would
know,
be
I
my number
know.
one.
such a
Oh,
fake
I'm
fan.
it's turkey time, sir. Um,
I'm gonna go with Carlito's Way just because Dan seems to
yeah,
be
look, fucking
pushing it
let's
quite hard.
throw in
Yeah,
Carlito's
same.
Way then. Yeah,
It was Jack and
Frankie.
Jill, wasn't it?
Nobbins?
No, I said Carlito's Way.
We're all saying Carlito's
Ah,
Way.
I didn't realize. you had the impression that I liked Carlito's Way that much. My
Well, you
number
gave
one
it four
film is the film
stars.
that I said, yeah, but I gave Sea of Love 5 stars.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but you
yeah,
said Sea of Love
Um,
was your favorite top four ever, so that thrown me.
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but my number one, my number two, I said was probably the best films that he's been in.
Mm.
Mm.
My number one is my favorite performance of Pacino,
Ah,
which
Jack
is
and
It is
Jill.
Dog Day
Jack and
Afternoon.
Jill. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, I was almost going to say that, but I didn't.
I was never
Yeah,
going to say that. Wasn't
I
even
I
on my
didn't
was.
hear.
radar.
Wait, what was it? I didn't hear it.
Dog Day Afternoon,
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
which was the first one
okay.
that I watched.
Yeah.
So, and then I watched
Um,
The Godfather, so
So
right.
start,
is that the
started with the
one that
best.
like kick-started the
Yeah, well, see,
fascination,
what happened
obsession?
was
Mm.
I was listening to Pure Cinema, or it was Elric Kane, whichever one of his podcasts it was. He talked about the Corey Feldman film The Birthday that had just become available at that stage, and had played at a theater. And he said Corey was doing a voice thing like he did in Lost Boys, and he was talking like Al Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon. And so I thought, oh, well, I should finally watch Dog Day Afternoon because it gets talked about a lot and see The Voice before I watched The Birthday. And so that's how I ended up finally watching it this year. And that was because I had not, I don't think, had I seen, I'd probably seen a bit of Al Pacino, but I had definitely hadn't seen anything old. And I didn't know that that's what he looked like in the 70s and everything. And so that like kicked off the whole thing. And then I thought, oh, well, I should finally watch The Godfather, the other one that everyone talks about.
Mm.
But also, Dog Day Afternoon has, uh, oh, John, hang
I quite
on.
like Dog Day Afternoon, apart from one thing. No dogs. Absolute
Yeah.
lie.
That's why I refuse to watch it.
Um, John
What's the point?
Cazale is amazing in Dog Day Afternoon, totally like steals the movie, and he is in the Godfather movies as well. So
Ah,
so yeah,
what a
it's
time to
very
be
cool. So
alive.
yes, so that is my top five Pacino films.
Well, there you go.
How
Very,
how
very
many
good.
Pacino films have you seen this year?
Five.
I think it was 22.
Okay, so there was a lot that didn't make the list then.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was very easy to chop the list down to about, I think I had maybe eight or
Okay.
nine or something. And it
Did I
wasn't
even
too hard to
watch?
whittle down.
Did I even watch 22 movies this year? I think I did. Yeah. Well,
You watched
that's very
heaps of
impressive.
movies this
I
year.
watched heaps of movies this year. What am I talking about? Of course I did. They were just
Yeah.
mostly really shit movies that aren't worth talking about. But yeah, no, I did all right under the circumstances. Yeah, kind of.
I think I did the worst out of everyone here this year for amount
Really?
watched. Yeah,
Oh, wow. What's your excuse?
distracted.
It's like I'm gonna put on this brand new movie that I've been wanting to see. Oh, something shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, all right. Well, that was definitely a game that we played. Thank you for that,
Mhm.
Frankie. That was fun. It
I
was
like the part
good
where Lee
to.
and I won with 1 point each out of five.
Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
part where I was going to say Jack and Jill, where Sea of Love was not the first number one.
Yeah. It's
I
funny
still
that you
can't.
just guessed Carlito's Way for nearly all of them.
Hey, in my defense, I guessed Carlito's Way, Jack and Jill, and sometimes The Godfather for all of them. So yeah, I wasn't just sticking with one
Yeah, but you
movie.
never locked in Godfather as a actual guess.
I probably should have done that, especially when it was The Godfather. Um, what a crazy world we live in. But speaking of crazy worlds that we live in, I don't know about you guys, but I reckon it's time to set off on a journey of discovery. I think it's time to hoist the sails on the SS something name of a ship and set across the waters and discover. Yeah. Anyway, How
That
about
sentence started so strong, and then you
it
just
did,
immediately
didn't it?
bailed.
And then all of a sudden we got rained down with cannonballs and the masts came down and killer whales jumped onto the deck, onto the poop deck. And yeah, we just got absolutely demolished. But yeah, now that the ship is sinking, um who are we gonna I think we should start with Liam. Are we just is this are we gonna do this like, just one movie at a time, each of us, or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So how about we'll start with Liam and we'll go in a clockwise order. I think that's what
Okay,
it
I don't
would
know
be.
what that is because it depends how
Everyone's screen's
the
different, so
layout is on the screen.
Oh,
But you can tell
um,
us whose turn it is.
yeah, all right, I'll be the dungeon master. So, Liam walks into a dark corridor lit only by flaming torches. Before him stands a goblin, and the goblin asks him, "Sir, what was one of the movies you discovered this year?" To which Liam
Fantastic.
replies,
Okay, I've done like a top 10. Were we supposed to?
"That's fine. Oh,
Up
I've
to,
got
up to you.
I've got
Okay,
seven
so
now, which is great because yeah, it's better than one."
all right, so I'm going to go in descending order. So I'll start with my 10th and finish at my
Why don't
most
you go in
favorite.
condescending order, which is
hey,
like
Perfect.
hey,
movies that you can't believe we haven't seen. Oh my God, what are we doing?
I'm
But
hoping at least someone has
that's
seen
really good.
most of these,
Yeah.
but I do think there'll be some surprises.
Oh.
Anyway, at number 10,
Hmm.
it's a movie that I watched last night. Because, like I said,
Oh,
this last week I've been deliberately trying to watch movies that I think would make the list because I realized how few
yeah.
I'd seen that were worth talking about.
Was it
Um,
Incantation?
it wasn't. That was a movie I watched today.
Oh.
But
I've got
last night,
Letterboxd in front of me. Yeah.
yeah, last night I watched Color of Night.
oh yeah,
Ah.
Have
Ah.
have we got others that have seen this?
Ah.
oh yeah, way, way, way back, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
The
look.
is that the Bruce Willis
yes,
movie? Yes,
yes, it
I did
is.
watch that this year
Ah,
as
that
well
one.
because is Brad Dourif in that?
Yes, he is.
Ah,
Yes, that's
Lance
why I watched it.
Henriksen, Scott
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
McCall.
sure it was on
Wow.
my list for someone being in it, but I can't remember. Oh, that's right. That was the one
Oh, I
about
wonder if I
the
have seen
patients.
this.
Yeah, he Bruce Willis plays a colorblind psychologist, um, where it opens with his first patient committing suicide, and that's how he loses the ability to see the color red. Such a good movie.
Ah, this
Um,
sounds familiar. I might have seen it a million years ago.
yeah, and then he
Uh,
travels to LA to meet up with another psychologist friend who has a group of patients for some reason
hmm,
that I don't think is ever explained why they are in a group setting and they all have their own different problems.
hmm,
Um, and Bruce Willis's friend psychologist thinks someone is trying to kill him, and he's right. And then Bruce
hmm.
Willis has to take over the group of patients while working with the police to try and figure out who the killer is, while not being able to see the color red.
Ah, okay.
You
Well,
get to see
yeah.
Bruce Willis's penis in this movie.
Is that right? Wow.
Now there is a pool scene where he uses a body double,
Hmm.
apparently. But then there is
Right.
another scene where he comes out of the shower and you get to see like the tip of the shaft or the base of the shaft, I guess is a better way of saying it.
Right, right. That's interesting.
Yeah, there is a
So
fair amount of sex in this movie. This is like the perfect like late night Friday night kind of movie. Like grab something
yeah,
alcoholic and don't think too hard about it.
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Or else something else might be hard. No. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Frankie's
That's
actually
it.
reviewed it on Letterboxd, so she has
Oh,
opinions.
really?
Yeah,
Is that
you
right?
gave
Let's have a look what Frankie had to say
she
about
gave
this
it two and a
movie.
half out of five. She said it's an
Oh, she
erotic
didn't
thriller
actually.
that
Oh, yeah.
she didn't find erotic or particularly thrilling.
It had some moments. I love Ruben Blades as the cop, and the wonderful Brad Dourif is in this with a lovely angry outburst scene. This is such a Frankie review. From what I've read, this is a film that the director's cut appears to make a huge difference, giving the movie a different tone as originally intended and has much more favorable reviews, so I'll give this another go one day with that version. Wow, there you
Do you
go.
think in the director's cut you see more of the shaft? Is that the difference?
Yeah.
That would make all the difference. Now, I will say I
Mm,
didn't watch the director's cut, so maybe Frankie at some point in the future we should both watch
mm.
that and then
Mm.
Yeah,
get down
yeah.
to watch it or something and
With an
chat about
additional
it.
6 minutes of Bruce Willis's cock. Yeah, wow. Okay, cool. Color it out. Yeah, no, that's I'm always up for a up for an erotic thriller. But anyway, let's move
But
on.
it's not
Frankie,
erotic
what
or thrilling.
well, that's one person's opinion. I mean,
True.
God, even just the
Depends what you're
cover
into.
image on Letterboxd, I'm like, ooh, look at Bruce Willis looking at the back of her head. That's wow, that's thrilling and erotic. It's not really. Frankie, please save us from total annihilation and tell us what you have on your list to start with.
Well, I have not done a ranked list because
No,
that's hard.
that's not your thing.
So I just
So's
have
Bruce
mine
Willis.
in the order that I watched them. So my first one, completely different from Liam's, is
Mm,
Winchester 73,
hmm
which is from 1950. So I know Nobbins is out. Um, this is a Western, and
hmm
I discovered this from Serial at Midnight, which is a website slash YouTube channel. And I think Keith was talking about that because it got a Criterion release this year. And so I thought I'd check it out because I haven't seen a lot of Westerns. I always feel like I don't
mm,
like Westerns, but then
mm.
I have watched quite a few that I have liked. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one of those things that you just
I'm the same.
like how school made me think I hate Tom Hanks because I had to study Forrest Gump in such major detail that I
Mm,
just hate the movie and
mm.
think I hate Tom Hanks. And then I'm like, wait, he's in The Burbs, he's in lots of things, he's fine.
Yeah,
It's just that mental
yeah,
barrier.
yeah.
And so this one is there's a competition in town to win a Winchester rifle.
hmm
And so it's kind of like one guy wins a prize, someone steals it and leaves town, and then this guy follows him because they have an old feud, and it's kind of following the rifle as it's changing hands to different people as the story goes on. But yeah, it's really, really good. I have picked up that Criterion release because it was on sale recently, the Blu-ray version for 25, which is insanely cheap for a
Mm.
Criterion release over here. So I had to grab it. And yeah, but it's actually streaming on Binge. I found it there and they must have had the restored version because it's black and white, obviously, but it's pristine looking. So very good watch. So
hmm
that's one of my discoveries.
Cool. Mr. Nobbins, hello, sir.
Ah, Mr. Daniel.
This
Hello.
is this is your time to shine out of
My time
your
to shin.
immense list of movies that you discovered this year.
So
What is your first one? What order are you going in? Are
I'm doing
you
10 to 1 like Liam because,
right?
yeah, that's just the way my brain works. I'm like,
That's fair enough.
so
Yeah.
the first one is a movie that both Liam and Frankie have seen.
Mm,
It is an absolute bonkers movie called Sleepaway Camp,
Oh,
right.
so good.
Yes.
released in 1983. This is
hmm
so bad and yet so good. It is
hmm
just messy, chaotic, some terrible acting, scripts, continuities all over the place, and
hmm
it's the most wild finale that you'll ever come across.
Right.
Um, it is just bonkers, and I had a really good time with it. Is certainly problematic by the standards of today,
hmm
but I also think like it's kind of progressive by the standards of the 80s.
hmm
Like it's hard to know what the filmmaker was really intending, but some of the themes that they deal with are sometimes handled well and sometimes handled not so well. But it is just crazy. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I got onto it by listening to a How Did This Get Made podcast, which is one of the best
Hmm.
How Did This Get Made podcast episodes.
Hmm.
And yeah, check it out. It is absolutely wild.
I actually think
Yeah.
I think I might have seen it, but like actually back in the 80s, because
Mm.
in the early 80s, my dad used to rent a lot of those kind of films for some
Yep.
reason. Well, I say for some reason because now I just can't imagine him ever watching any movies really. I don't know, he's just not a movie person anymore, but he
Yeah.
used to be, and like there were so many films that I remember the VHS covers for, and I think I might have seen, but yeah, that was like when I was, probably about 10 or 11 years old or something. So I don't remember it at all. But yeah,
I
no,
think
that the
if you'd seen it, you would remember the end.
100%. Yeah.
okay, well, that definitely sounds like a movie that I need to visit or revisit. I don't know. Yeah, Frankie seems to have enjoyed it more than you guys, though. She gave it 4 stars. What are you guys even doing? 3.5 stars each of you.
Hmm. I liked it
Wow.
quite a lot.
Yeah,
The
she loved it.
fashion in that movie as well is
Ah,
Oh,
just
really?
wild.
Guys,
mm,
I think I worked out the issue with my um internet.
Oh,
I
yay.
think it was because I was using the Bluetooth wireless earphone
Ah,
thingies.
that'll
Because it
do it.
seems good now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
absolutely. All right, let's start again.
Well,
Hello,
now
everybody,
I can
and
put
welcome to.
Sabrina
Oh.
back. I had a birthday Sabrina for Liam, so
She did,
Yeah.
she did.
yeah, which is a much
Yeah.
nicer thing to look at than my background shelves. So
According to
Maybe.
my Spotify Wrapped, I was in the top 0.03% of listeners for Sabrina Carpenter this year.
Ah,
Wow. I think I've heard one of her songs. I don't know.
she's good. I like her. She's
She's great.
Oh,
um,
really?
Seth
Hmm.
Meyers did a day drinking episode
Yeah.
with her recently, which was hilarious.
Oh, okay.
oh, I don't know what that
Um,
is. I need to look it up.
I'm not saying I mean obviously I can't say I dislike her because I don't know anything about her. I just have no information to go on. So yeah. But if Frankie could just shift to her left just a little bit, hey, there she is. Uh no, I mean stay there. No, just kidding.
Yeah, well, I gotta move my chair.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'll have to block the
Uh
message.
yeah. It's just I'm just like that is usually the reaction that I get from women when they meet me the first time. It just looks all so familiar to me.
Yeah, are you sure
Yeah.
she's looking at you or is she looking at Zach?
Oh, actually, there's a thought. Hang on, who's she's like, oh my God,
Mm.
Zach, and he's like, hey, Sabrina, what's going on? I've got a giant orange thing, and she's like, oh, you do, Zachary, and you've also got giant pecs. He's like, yeah. Anyway, cool. Oh, I'm next. Wow, cool. What order am I going in? I don't know. I listed mine just in the order that I've seen them this year. So maybe I'll stick with that. Who knows? Yeah, I'll stick with that because I think the final one is my favorite of all the discoveries. So I am going to just quickly bring up my diary on here so I can go on here in case there's any information that I need on it. Give me 1 second. March. Oh fuck! I have watched a lot of movies this year. Wow.
Yeah,
But
because
a lot of
you
that.
said about that, and then I went to your letterbox and saw the number, and I was like, "You've watched over
Yeah,
100 movies."
yeah. Oh, I think it's
It's more than
largely
me.
because of the podcast, though. Like, yeah. But anyway, look, my first thing on here, and this is probably going to be no surprise to anyone, is a movie from 2020 called Ouija Shark. Uh, as I said in my review, this gave me everything I could have wanted from a movie called Ouija Shark. Oh my God, this movie was so terribly amazing. It was about this group of girls that, uh, like, I, I, oh, there's so many things wrong with this movie. But yeah, they come across this Ouija board that washed up on shore or something, and like accidentally, summon this ghost shark, which is just this hand puppet that sort of appears, at the side of the screen every now and then and stuff. It is that bad. but it was so freaking awesome. I laughed so much throughout this film. Just it's one of those sort of things that you're kind of like, how the hell did this movie ever get made? But $20 is $20, and someone decided to spend that on this movie. I have not seen the sequel yet, which is quite disappointing because I watched this movie back in, was it like January, I think it was. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but yeah, no, this was a really good time. I think even people who get put off by, that kind of Neil Breen's sort of aesthetic of film, I think might even have a good time with this one because it is that poorly made that it's like it goes beyond Neil Breen, you know what I mean? It's yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, I dug it. That was a that was actually this was going to be the one film that I had as an actual discovery this year because this was the only one on my list that I'd never actually heard of before. But Kylie and I were like scrolling through one night looking for shark movies, and this came up, and we're like, "Oh, come on! How can
Well,
we
you
possibly
know
not
what
watch this?"
you need to watch is Santa Jaws
Yeah,
while
yeah.
we're in the season.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, it's I saw you gave it quite a favorable review.
Yeah, it was really
Um,
fun.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely keen to watch that one. But yeah, no, I absolutely loved Ouija Shark. So yeah, that's the first one on my list. Mr.
Mm.
Liam, what you got next for us?
All right, so next is a movie that I did watch today, and that would
Ah, what could
be
that be?
Incantation.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
To be fair, I watched two today. I just haven't got around to log in the last one. I also watched Ernest
Ah,
Saves Christmas. Just a season. But
yeah.
that didn't make my top 10 new to me
That
discoveries,
does
but
not
Incantation
surprise
did.
me. Yeah,
Mm.
right. Okay, fair enough. Tell us about Incantation.
So it's a Taiwanese film. It seems kind of like almost inspired by Ring in that
Oh,
it's kind of around the idea of curses,
mm-hmm,
and it is about a mother who, when she's younger, she's part of this like sort of ghost busting trio who are making these kind of like almost YouTube type of videos to kind of
mm-hmm,
disprove ghosty myths. And they go to like the sort of family village of one of them where there is
mm-hmm.
a tunnel that you should not enter.
Ooh.
They enter it. Um,
Ah, see, that's on them.
and
Mm.
yeah, and the mum doesn't deal well with it, and has to give her child up. And then 6 years later, she's kind of in a better place, so she gets custody of her child back. But the curse isn't quite through with her yet, and
Mm-hmm.
with the kid. It's one of those movies where like it's creepy, but it's not like the sort of horror movies where it's like quiet, quiet, bang, and it's just really
Mm.
cheap, lazy jump scares.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
manages to avoid doing that, and it's
Okay.
just. And then there's a thing that it does towards the end that I don't want to give away, but it was very impressive the way it was done.
Right.
That just kind of brought the whole movie together in a way that made
Mm.
it worth watching.
Okay. Yeah, this definitely sounds like my kind of movie. It is on Netflix over here.
Yes,
So,
it is.
Yes, I actually realized when you started talking, I did start watching that. And then I must have been around the
hated
time
it.
I got rid of my Netflix. No, because I only
Oh.
got up to the start where she got her kid back.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that far into it. So now I have Netflix back for a month over till I think early January. So I'll have to get on there and finish watching it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
worth sticking with. Like it's a little bit on the long side. That's one criticism I'd say because it's nearly 2 hours. I don't know if horror movies
That's
always need
how's
to be that
that
long.
on the long side? 100
I
and
Because
agree with
I
Liam.
think
come on.
I think
yeah,
horror movies need to be like 90 minutes.
Mm.
yeah, horror and
Otherwise,
comedy,
Ooh.
yeah,
unless
Yeah.
it's something like
Oh.
The Shining or something, and I'll
yes,
give that a pass for being 2 hours. But you know, your average
Mm.
horror movie.
yep.
But yeah, if you, I didn't watch this year, so it isn't on the list. But there is another Taiwanese film called The Sadness, that if you haven't seen
Mm.
it, is also well worth watching.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
been on my list for, well, probably since it came out. I don't know. I feel like it's been regularly talked about, but I still haven't got to it yet.
I've seen The
Mm.
Sadness. It was very good.
Yeah. I would rank that above Incantation. So if you had to like choose between one or the other, go with the Sadness. But if you've seen that, then Incantation.
Oh, wow, that's just really confused me now because I just added Incantation to my watch list, but now I'm like, well, now maybe I don't want to watch it now. Like, oh man, okay.
Why not just
Um,
watch both? Simple.
because I Liam, you don't have twin toddlers.
No, I don't. And yet you've still
Yeah.
watched more films than me this year.
I
So,
don't
Yeah.
you
know
know.
how. I really don't know how that is, but anyway, we'll get around to that. Franklin, what's next on your list?
My next one is a Radiance movie.
Hmm.
I had a short list of 28. No, actually 27, because I realized one was from this year.
Right.
So I had 27 films on my short list that I had to get down to this 10. And there were a number of Radiance films because they just put out really good films.
Mm.
So this one is called Il Sorpasso, which I can't remember what the translation is. And that's the title that's on the Blu-ray and on
Hey
Letterboxd,
Google,
actually. Sometimes they put the
translate Il Sorpasso from Italian to English.
Means the Psy pass in Italian.
The what? Hey Google, please repeat.
Sure. Il ci passo. Means the Psy pass in Italian.
The what? The Sire pass.
um
Anyway,
I don't think
please.
they had the right.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but anyway, um, yeah, Google, you're not that clever. Anyway,
The Overtaking.
the side pass, I think it said. So that's okay. All right,
Okay.
yeah, I'll let it slide.
So this is a like a road trip movie. There's this guy who is called Bruno, and he's like
Yeah.
a 40-year-old. He's very like sort of, out there and exuberant. And I can't remember the reason now why, but he's driving around and I think there's something happening, so everything is kind of shut. And he's sees this guy in an apartment who's like a young student that's kind of shy, and I can't it's been a while, I can't remember the exact reason, but he ends up joining this guy basically on a road trip around, and they sort of go to various places. But it just has a very I'm just going to look at my review because yeah, I watched this in February, so it's been a while.
Mm.
um but it's got some sort of dark things in it, but it has just a very light tone. And so it's just really fun. The two actors are really good. The 40-year-old is the kind of character that if you didn't have the right actor, because the actor they've got is kind of like warm and charming, but it's the kind of character that if you didn't have someone like that, they would be the most unlikable, annoying character to have. So he pulled that off, and I just yeah, it was like a nice sort of weekend afternoon movie, just hanging out with these guys on their road trip. Yeah, even though there is some darker stuff. But yeah, that was part of a sort of Italian comedy box set thing that Radiance did. And this was the third film in that, which was also the best of the three. But yeah, it was really good.
Mm.
So it was one of my best Radiance films.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Hmm.
sounds good.
Yes.
Mr. Nobbins, it's your turn.
Yay! This one is the first movie by David Mamet called House of Games, which
Hmm.
came out in 1987. It's very good. It's very typical Mamet. So if you like his style, which is very mannered in the way that the dialogue works, nothing at all like the way real people talk. It's quite stagey in the way it's presented, like you're watching a play. There's lots of twists and turns that go on, and just a lot of talking. So a lot of people find that boring
Mm.
and difficult to really gel with. But if you like his way of making movies, which hasn't really changed over the years, then you'll have a good time with this one. So yeah, one for
Mhm.
the Mammoth fans if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, look, I don't mind a talky movie as long as the dialogue is, engaging.
Mm,
Like,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, holy shit, Kevin Smith made an entire
yeah,
career. Well, Tarantino to an extent did as well. I know his movies have more action in them, but yeah, no,
yeah.
dialogue can be a good thing.
But
So,
the thing with the
uh,
movies is the dialogue is very particular in the way it's written and
mm,
the way it's performed, and it can be quite off-putting to people who don't like that style. It's
um,
not natural at all the way it's produced. No one would ever talk like that in real life. But
yeah, yeah.
I quite I find it amusing and
Mm.
interesting.
But that's the thing, like, yeah, I mean, you've got to, sometimes expect things like that from
Mm,
movies because that's what you're watching, a movie. You
s-
don't watch a movie to, have it be all that realistic,
mm,
really. Yeah, no, I'm actually, oh, of course, yeah, Glengarry Glen Ross. I loved that film. The Untouchables, I like. Hannibal, I actually really enjoyed,
mm.
although that wasn't really a talky sort of a film. That probably goes against his style.
Yeah, that wasn't really a mem movie. That was a movie he made.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Cool. All right. Who's next? Oh, it's me. Well, okay, we're going into films now that like I had heard of them before. I just hadn't gotten around to ever watching them.
Discovery is not that you've never heard of before.
Exactly.
Mm.
So the next one on my list was a movie that I had definitely heard of. I had never gotten around to watching it, and I'm the same as you, Frankie. And well, I guess we're all having the same sort of thing that a lot of the movies we watched at the start of the year aren't as fresh in our minds, that sort of thing. Like, in all honesty, there were some films I was like, "Oh, I enjoyed that one. Maybe I'll add it to my list." And there was like, I enjoyed it, but fuck, I don't remember a single thing about it. So that happened a couple of times, in which case I didn't add the movie to my list because obviously, they weren't worth it. But this one was Monsters Ball from 2001. Have any of you seen Monsters Ball?
Yeah,
No.
Oh my lordy, lordy, lord. This was one that Kylie had in her collection and really wanted to show me, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a look. I didn't really know anything about it. This is the one that Halle Berry won the Oscar for, wasn't it? I believe. So
I preferred Mike Wachowski, and in that, I thought he was great. And
I hate that I understood that reference. But anyway, yeah, but it was a shame that after his testicular operation went badly that yeah, anyway, never mind. Yeah, a prison guard begins a tentative romance with the unsuspecting widow of a man whose execution he presided over. Oh, sounds interesting. Billy Bob Thornton, Heath Ledger, Halle Berry, P Diddy Doody Dung Dung Goggy, whatever, Sean Combs, shut up. Yeah, a whole bunch of cool people. And oh, this movie blew my mind. The performances in this thing were absolutely out of this world. And the characters were really interesting. The whole scenario was fascinating. And it had one scene in particular involving Heath Ledger's character that I won't say a word, but oh my God, it's shocking. Like it rattled me. I think I saw this back in I don't know February or March. I'm still tingly from that scene. No, not really. That's a lie. But yeah, I gave this one 4.5 stars. I can't remember why it didn't go the whole way for me. I gave it a pretty stupid review. I wrote me sees Diddy is in this film. Ugh. Also me watches Diddy get fried in the electric chair. I'm buying this masterpiece on Blu-ray ASAP. I didn't buy it on Blu-ray, but I probably should because yeah, no, this was an amazing film. Yeah, one of those ones that you've heard of it, you don't know anything about it, and then when you finally watch it, it's like, where has this movie been all my life? So yeah, no, absolutely loved that film. So yeah, I was very happy with that one. Mr. Underwood, the man with no fancy background.
No.
What
Um,
is next on your list?
okay, so next is one I think most, if not all, of us will have seen.
Mm.
From 1984, The
Hmm.
Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah, of course.
Have not seen that, so not of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, pardon me.
it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a handful of Troma films at this point, and they are
Hmm.
very hit and miss.
Mhm.
I'd say
Hmm.
this is probably their biggest film that they're most known for.
Hmm. Oh
Um,
yeah, no doubt about it.
and yeah, it has everything you would want from a Troma film in that
Hmm.
it's just silly and there's boobs and there's gore. What more do you want?
Often all at the same
Ralphus.
time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Silly gore
Um,
boobs. That's what I want.
there is like a bit of a mean streak in this movie as well.
Mm.
Where there are characters that are playing a game where they're in a car and they're running down people and they're getting points for, you know, if it's a child that they're running down, for example.
Oh, that
And it's
reminds me
just,
of a video game I played when I was a kid. You didn't get points, but the whole thing of the game was that you were in a car running down people, and then they would turn into red blood splatters on the road, and there was multiple lanes, but you had to watch out for obstacles that would kill you. One of them being this stupid little girl on a tricycle. If you hit her, you would crash rather than run her over.
Was that
This
wow.
Postal?
explains a
Something
lot
else?
about you, Frankie. Wow. It wasn't
Yeah.
Carmageddon, was it?
No, I think it was called Speed Racer or something.
Mm.
It was on the
Oh,
Commodore
wow.
64.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did I miss that one? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
okay, some similarities between
Moving
that and
on.
Toxic Avenger then.
So that makes me interested in that scene.
And
Yeah,
a
I mean
Psycho, yeah.
it's a movie worth watching, I would say. I haven't got
Oh,
around to
definitely.
sequels yet. I'm planning to, and I
Mm.
watched it because I was planning to watch the remake that they released this year.
Which I've
But
heard good things about,
Yeah, I saw
surprisingly.
yeah,
that this
so
year and I thought it was super
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
see, it was only in cinema for like a week in the UK,
Mm,
so I missed it. So
yeah, right.
I will watch the sequels and then I'll get around to it.
Hmm. Yeah, cool. All right. Frankie, what you got next?
Yes, it is called Speed Racer.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Here comes Speed Racer. Oh, oh, oh,
He's
oh,
a
oh, oh,
demon
oh.
on wheels, like literally. Yeah. Anyway, uh, it's
my
energy drink time.
next one is a movie that I never knew what it was about, and I would just get it confused with the movie Logan because this is Logan Lucky.
Ah, right.
And so this is a heist movie, which is fun
Mm,
and set at a speedway, which is different than anything I've seen. Interesting the way that they deal with the money at the speedway and how the
mm,
heist happens with that. But this is like Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, Daniel Craig, like so many cool people. I actually watched this because I saw a picture of Jack Quaid in the movie. He is part of two brothers that just are, you know, long, greasy hair, weirdo kind of guys, but that was
mm,
fun. But yeah, Adam Driver stole the show because it's Adam Driver. He always is really good in things. And yeah, it was just a really fun movie, just a really good time, but also there's like a warmth to the movie of like things between the characters and why he's doing it and all that stuff. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, I had a really fun time with this and I was surprised that it's not really talked about very much. Like I knew the name
Mm,
and I had seen it around, but
Hmm.
yeah, I didn't even know what it was about because I
mm-hmm.
hadn't heard it talked about in any kind of detail.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
yeah, that
quite
was
liked it
a
as well.
really
I thought it
nice
was a good movie.
surprise. So
I
yes.
might have to revisit that movie one day because I watched it to review on my YouTube channel and, being from one of my most favorite directors and everything,
Mm.
but I don't know, at the time I was kind of unimpressed by it. I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't really a fan. But
Maybe expectations of what a Soderbergh film should be? No?
no, no, definitely, it definitely
I mean,
wasn't
I haven't seen
that.
a lot of Soderbergh, so I don't know. Or
Right,
maybe
right.
you just weren't in the mood for a
That
fun
was
movie. That kind of like,
um
you know what I mean? Like you were expecting a more
yeah, yeah, I know what you
serious,
mean.
thrilling movie rather than funny.
I don't know.
Remember?
Maybe, I mean, quite often we watch movies and we're just not in the right frame of mind at the time, and
Mm.
then later on we revisit it and it's like, oh my God, best movie ever. So yeah, it was more than likely a case of that. I'll definitely revisit it because it's one of those things that I'm like, I feel like I should have enjoyed it more than I did. And
And
I'll always give a movie another shot if
it's
that's the
on
case.
stand, so easy to see.
It is indeed.
Mm.
So yeah, no, sorry, I just caught the first line of Fraser Jubb's review. Yes, Fraser, you're getting another mention. God damn it. This was not the Wolverine movie I was expecting.
Not
So
just
there you
me that
go.
just sort of
Yeah,
had them in
yeah,
my
yeah.
mind as one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. Mr. Nubbins, there you are. What you got
Here I
next
am.
for us? What
Hi,
you got
boss.
next?
I've got a Soderbergh movie as well. So
Ah.
No. Is it Logan
um,
Lucky?
it's Logan Lucky. So no, it's
Ah, right. What's that about?
I don't know.
Ah,
Sure.
fair enough. I think it's set in a
Um,
speedway.
so this one's the first of the three movies he's done recently with David Coep as
Yes.
writer.
Hmm.
He did Kimmy, which is the movie I'm talking about,
Hmm.
and then Presents and then Black Bag this year. So they're all about an hour and a half. Kimmy is a kind of a COVID era type movie. It's
Hmm.
about this woman who's played by Zoe Kravitz, who's fantastic.
Mm.
She's agoraphobic. She probably neurodivergent. She works from home, but then something happens and she needs to get outside her comfort zone, leave home
Ooh.
to try and fix it. So it's really
Yeah.
at 90 minutes, it's just perfect. It doesn't overstay its welcome at all. It's really
Hmm.
um, a tight thriller, and I really
Hmm.
enjoyed the performance of Zoe Kravitz and the overall theme of the movie. So, uh,
Yeah, sounds interesting.
yeah, it was good.
Hmm.
Discovers recorded evidence of a violent crime, but is met
Mm,
with resistance when she tries to report it, and then she has to leave her apartment. Yeah, wow, that's a very interesting premise for a film.
mm.
Is it one of those films that's kind of largely self-contained in the one location kind of thing,
No,
or
she has to leave her location. So,
yeah, right.
yeah, it's her out and about um, trying to find the footage
Oh, okay.
and seek revenge on the
Yeah,
perpetrators
right.
within her own
Because for some
company.
reason, my brain just imagined her like 90 minutes of her, going to a door and going, oh, no,
Yeah,
not today. No, but I've really got to do this thing. Maybe,
yeah.
no.
Yeah,
And
it's not
then,
War of the Worlds.
by the time you get to like the 89th minute, you're like, oh my God, is she gonna
She
do
can
it? And
do it.
then,
No,
yeah.
the
Wow,
end.
that would have, yeah, it's probably a reason why I've not made a feature film so far. But anyway, yeah, no, that sounds good. It is on SBS On Demand, so I would like to watch that movie. Thank you, Nobbins. I actually wait
Pleasure.
a minute. I've got to add it to my watch list. What am I doing with my life? Hang on.
It's
Where's
a
my watch
question you
list?
ask yourself every day.
There we go. It's on my watch list. Wow. Which sounds like maybe she is too on the
Modern
CIA
technology.
watch list. But anyway, um, cool. Thank you for that. Look, my next one, I I don't really think we need to talk much about it because my God, we have spent so much time talking about this movie this year. A little movie from 1989 called Sea of Love, which yeah, I I'm still of two minds as to whether or not I had actually seen it before watching it for the podcast this year and stuff, but it is still just one of the best goddamn movies I've seen this year. I yeah, bought the Blu-ray like immediately after like as the end credits were going up. I was like, I need this movie right now. I will, no matter what happens in the course of our friendship, Frankie, I will always be grateful that you that you made me watch that movie because it is fucking
Well,
brilliant.
yeah. It's like a chain. I passed the thanks on to Elric Kane for talking about the Corey Feldman movie where he was doing the voice that led to this journey
Yeah,
that got to
yeah,
Sea of
yeah.
Love.
There was so much I loved about it. I mean, yeah, I've seen it twice this year, but yeah, it is in my brain. Like I still remember absolutely every single scene in this film. I just loved it that freaking much. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we really need to go on more because yeah, everyone right now listening is like, oh my God, they're not going to talk about Sea of Love again, are they? So no, we're not. Sea of Love.
Hey,
There you go.
there might be people that this is the first time they're listening to us, so
Sea of
they're getting
Love
the
is a
recommendation.
it's an erotic thriller from 1989 starring Al Pacino and Ellen
See, and
Barkin
this
and
is a
John
movie
Goodman
that
and Michael
is
Rooker and yeah.
this is more erotic and thrilling that, for a 90s erotic thriller. Not except it's in the
Uh,
80s, but so 80s,
yeah.
90s erotic thriller.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, it's a detective is on the case of a string of murders and they're all tied into a classified ad, like a personal ad dating thing in the paper. He meets Ellen Barkin's character. Is she the killer or not? Who knows? Like you spend the whole movie like, oh my God, she might be the killer, and then he's now like getting on with her, and it's like, don't do that, Al Pacino. His character was just so goddamn brilliant. He is this scruffy, stinky alcoholic. You know he's stinky. Like seriously, you obviously can't smell it through the screen. Well, you kind of can. Um,
I never thought he was stinky while I was watching it.
I did. I could smell him from the other side of the room. Like yeah, brilliant character, brilliant performances. Him and John Goodman together were just out
Hmm.
of this
I would
world.
love a
Like,
whole movie of them, like buddy cop movie,
oh my
like just
God,
like
it's
or a
so good.
franchise just following them with their different cases.
Totally. Yeah, no, I easily gave that movie 5 stars. That was a no-brainer. Oh, actually, no, I started with 4.5 for some reason. Oh, I think because initially I kind of had this thing where it was like it did have a little bit of a air of familiarity to it, like, seen a few things before here and there, but by the second time I watched it, I was like, I don't care. Like this movie does it so well, and why would I rob it of half a star for just being a jerk? So I stopped being a jerk and gave it 5 stars. So yeah, no, absolutely love that movie. That was just yeah, everything you want in a movie. So there you go. Liam,
Okay,
what you got?
my next one is, I think they're all pretty much kind of recent from now on. So 2021, The Black Phone.
Okay,
Mm,
Have we all seen that?
we've all seen
yes.
that. No,
I haven't.
we've not.
Fantastic.
I've not
Most of
seen
us
it.
have seen that.
Most.
Frankie and I
I
saw
haven't.
this one together.
Okay, I haven't
Yeah.
read the short story that it's based on. But I'm always down to watch Ethan Hawke in anything,
Hmm.
and this was just a good movie. My only issue with it was I did think that the color palette just was a little bit washed out, which I do think was
Hmm.
deliberate to try and like evoke the kind of aesthetic of the era.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't think it needed that.
Although that's a movie thing these days, I think,
Yeah,
is filmmakers just
Mm.
don't seem to like bright colors.
yeah,
And
which
everything was
is
always sort of muted and yeah.
Mm.
yeah, and I found it really noticeable
Hmm.
in this movie. Because I think like there would have been a time and place for that. Like all the basement stuff would have made sense. And then I think if you'd
Hmm.
have had the
Mm.
outside stuff shot a bit brighter, that difference would have been more interesting for me
Yeah,
anyway.
right, right.
Um, but yeah, it's just one of those movies, right, where it's just good. Like it
Hmm.
does what it needs to do. There's some good like tense moments in it. Um, like the idea is really solid, where it's
Mm.
basically about this child snatcher who keeps snatching children.
That's what child
And
snatchers do.
I know you just can't stop them, right?
Snatchers don't
Um,
snatch.
yeah,
Once you snatch, you can't stop. No, that doesn't work. Never
exactly.
mind. Please keep going.
Um, then he snatches a kid, and there's a phone in the basement that's out of order, but it starts ringing, and
Ooh, is it black?
um, it is black, yeah. Oh,
Spoiler alert.
what could happen? Um,
What?
and the voices on the other end are past victims. And it's well structured. Uh, I wouldn't say it does anything particularly like amazing or new or different, but it just does everything well.
Hmm.
So
I
I had
will
a good time with
say,
it.
I haven't seen it since at the cinema,
Mm.
because I just haven't got around to it. I need to watch it again before I watch the new one, which also
Yeah.
obviously haven't got around to yet. But the thing I remember most about this is Madeline McGraw. She was the sister
Mm.
of the
Oh, she was
main
fantastic.
kid, and
Yeah.
she just completely stole the movie. She was
Yeah.
so good and so funny, and that's
Yeah.
the main thing that
She has a
there's
line in
some
it.
good creepy things in the cinema as well.
Yeah, she has a line in it where she wakes up and she says, "What the fuck, Jesus?" The delivery of
Yeah.
that line is just brilliant.
Hmm. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I am listening, but I'm also doing a magic eye picture at the same time, and it just appeared to me. So there you go. Um, cool. Yeah, no, I didn't mind the film, but I
I
didn't
know
like it enough to.
I went with you and Michael, and was it
Yeah,
just the three of us?
it was just the three of
So
us.
and
Well, it was you, me,
the
and Michael's ego.
and
No,
the
whoops. So,
the movie finished, and I was like, "Oh, that was really good," and they were both like, "Eh." So I was like,
yeah,
"Oh, well, I really liked it."
I definitely didn't dislike it. I mean, I thought it was good,
Yeah, but I
but
just remember both of you were not really impressed with it, and I was like, "Oh, well, I had a
yeah,
good time." Although I
I
know,
was.
Dan, you also thought that Madeline was perfect.
Oh my God, yeah. As
Mm.
soon as you mentioned it, I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, she was freaking
Yeah.
amazing in that film. So, yeah, no, totally agree. All right. That's enough of 3D magic eye pictures. Frankie, what do you got next for us?
Um, okay, my next one is Southern Comfort, which
Ah,
I am trying to. Oh, yes, I remember how I got onto this. I watched a movie that Radiance released called Thieves
right.
Like Us, which starred Keith Carradine, and I thought he was really great in that. So I started looking at other movies he was in, and I saw
Hmm.
Southern Comfort, and it's one that I don't know if it's because of the alcohol, but the the name has stuck with me as, oh, this is a movie people have talked about. And so I thought I would give it a watch. And it's really interesting. It's got Fred Ward in it, who I always think of Fred Ward. I know he's been in tons of things, but to me, Fred Ward is um, Earl in Tremors.
Right, right.
And so I just think of him as that character. And so in Southern Comfort, he's just playing a real jerk. So it's just really
Mm,
fun to see him be sort of the opposite of the really, cool, chill guy he is in Tremors.
hmm.
Also has Pals Booth and so Peter Coyote is in it as well. And so it's these guys, they're like the National Guards, and they are doing like a sort of weekend thing of going into the swamp and for an exercise. And while they're in there, they find these I think the map's changed or something, or they're in the wrong place. I don't know. But basically, there's water where they need to go, and there's some canoes tied up. So they're like, oh, well, let's just use these canoes that are not ours. And then they get in the canoes, and then the owners of the canoes, which are the like Cajun people, and if that's how you say it, it's one of those
Hmm.
words that I see in books rather than heard said. They come back, and one of the guys in the group of guards starts shooting at them, and they have blanks in their guns because it's just an exercise. But of course, the other people don't know that, so they start shooting back, and then it just becomes this sort of struggle to survive. They have to get out of the swamp, but also stay alive because they've angered the people that live there. So now they're after them. And so it just
Mm.
becomes this big thing following through them through trying to find their way out. And it just was really interesting. Just, yeah. This the dynamics between because it's like a just a group of guards, so they're kind of just thrown together. So you have all the different clashing personalities and everything, and then what happens
Mm.
to them as other things happen along the way, how they deal with stuff. And so, yeah, I just was surprised actually how good I found the movie.
Yeah,
So,
right.
I ended up buying the fancy 4K thing that Vinegar Syndrome put out. They had a sale on, so it worked out because, yeah, I used to buy stuff from Vinegar Syndrome, but they Well, firstly, the shipping from America now is absolutely insane. So you have
Mm,
to buy enough for it to be worth paying that much.
mm.
But also their releases are super expensive. They'll be like 60 US dollars or something, which is, 120 here or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But this they had on sale at one stage, so I could get it for a reasonable price. So
Mm.
yeah, but it's a very good
Cool.
film, so
All
I
right.
recommend.
Excellent. Thank you. Nobbins, you're up again.
Again, it just seems like
Again.
the last time that it was
Yeah, I know. It's just like I'm seeing a pattern forming here. And
who'd
I
have
will
thought.
name it Mike. Anyway, yeah, Nobbins, what do you got next?
My next movie was recommended by someone amongst us four. Um,
Oh, Liam,
Ooh.
good job.
yeah, it's from 2016. It's called This Beautiful Fantastic. Um,
The what?
recommended
Sorry?
This Beautiful Fantastic.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I didn't recommend that one.
No,
No.
it's what I would put in the category of British whimsical movies.
Ah,
There's a
British
particular
whimsical.
style of British movies that
Hmm.
are twee and got whimsy, and
Ah.
this one is like that. It's not particularly realistic. It's just super fun, and
Hmm.
I had a really good time with it. It was just really relaxing. Nothing much happens. It's pretty low stakes. It's just a good time. Acting's fantastic. It's got Andrew Scott in it, Tom Wilkinson, Jessica Brown Finlay as the lead.
Hmm.
There's only one unrealistic, well, there's only one major quibble for me,
Mm.
which is if Andrew Scott's in your kitchen, why would you pursue somebody else instead of Andrew Scott? That's
Mm.
I
just that's
do
just
not know.
bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that
Wow.
ridiculous little architect boy. Uh,
Ah, come on. I
and
don't
then,
even know what you're talking about, but yeah, I agree.
but I just had a really good time with it. It is super whimsical.
Hmm.
It's just really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
If you
All
want a
right.
relaxing watch, go check it out.
No. No, I do not. Speaking of fun movies that are a good time, and I know Nobbins in particular is going to be like squee. Um, this was a movie that had been on my radar for a little while, and I finally, yeah, one night thought, oh, you know what, I might just check it out, and so I did check it out, and oh God, I love this movie. It is The Final Girls from 2015. Um,
Whee!
there it is. There's the squee. A young woman grieving the loss of her mother, a famous scream queen from the 1980s, finds herself pulled into the world of her mum's most famous movie. Reunited, women must fight off the film's maniacal killer. This one has, how do you say, is it Taisa Farmiga? Taisa.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Malin Åkerman, because
Mal
in
Mal
Swedish, well, in Swedish, an A with an O on the top is pronounced O.
H.
So,
Oh, okay.
Åkerman. Look, fuck it. It's got people in it with really weird names. Adam Devine is in this movie. Devine. Da Vinci, yeah, he's in it, playing himself once again. But hey, why not? I dig the guy. He's cool. Yeah, oh my God, such a brilliant idea of, this girl whose mum has passed away. And yeah, like, the thing said, she's, still grieving and everything. And then, she winds up going into this film where her mum is the character. And so she doesn't know who she is and all this sort of stuff. And, yeah, it was obvious, really obvious, nod to Friday the 13th, like, the killer looked very Jason-esque and everything. I love how they had all these kind of rules with him because she's in a movie, and so there were these kind of rules set up about like, why people can't escape and stuff. And it just had so much heart to it. Like the finale and everything was yeah, like really, really emotional, which I didn't quite expect from a movie like this. Yeah, no, brilliant movie. Just yeah, I love that it did something unique and original with the horror genre. So yeah, no, I rated this movie really, really highly. It is absolutely one that I want to add to my collection at some point. And yeah, watch it again and again and again and again one day when the kids grow up and leave us alone. Um, so yeah, that's my next one. Birthday Boy, what do you got next?
All right. This was one that surprised me that it made it onto the
Oh,
list and also as high as it did because I had such low expectations for this.
it's
But you know when
Blood-Sucking
it's like,
Freaks.
mm, you know when
It
it's
is,
late at
isn't it?
night and you just want to watch something that
Oh,
you don't have to think too much about.
Mm.
oh, absolutely. My
Yeah,
goodness.
so that led me to watching Strays on Netflix,
Ah,
which is the talking dog movie. Um,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's I
yeah.
I know
Anyway,
that it's
moving
not a
on.
good
Frankie, what do you
movie.
got next?
I'm so aware it's not a good movie, and yet
Yep.
I just had such a fun time with it. Like it was dumb and it was
Hmm.
silly, but it
Hmm.
made me laugh like multiple times. Um,
Hmm.
there was just
Yeah.
something about it that
Frankie, you and I went
seeing
and saw this, didn't we? Went to the
Yeah, I was just
premiere.
gonna say we went to a premiere and I just remember
Yeah.
having to sit there and I'm like, there's people I like doing the voices, but
yeah.
Hmm.
mm,
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
you and
something
I were
about
both
seeing
like,
dogs
oh.
swearing that just it amused me.
no, it
But
was
that's
mm,
all it was. Like to me,
Yeah.
and like I totally respect your opinion. I am like, yeah, I'm always one of these people that like I wish I could enjoy every movie. I wanted to like the
mm,
trailer looked so good for this
yeah.
movie, and I was
Well,
excited.
that's
Frankie
why
was,
we decided to go because we
yeah,
were like,
yeah.
yeah, this
We were
looks
like,
really good.
okay, this looks really good. Yeah. And yeah, to me, it was just like, the dog said a dirty word.
Yeah.
It does sound pretty funny though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I remember actually Frank, was sitting there like the whole audience was, in uproarious laughter, and we were just sitting there stone faced. We just looked at each other at one point. We were like, what? Like,
Yeah. I mean
yeah,
like
this
the
was
main driving force of the plot is your main dog Reggie has
mm,
a bad owner who sort of like drops him up on the outskirts of some city or something. And
mm,
the main driving force is he wants to return to his owner to bite his dick off. And,
mm.
like that's the level
Wow.
of humor we're looking at here,
This is
and it
cinema.
just exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
it was what it's number 6 on my top 10 new to me movies this year.
This was like above Black Phone,
Yeah,
Toxic Avenger.
What the
yeah,
fuck, Liam?
yeah.
What?
It just tickled
Oh.
me in all the right places. And
No, that's
what
like I
more could you
said,
want?
that's
you just
um
scratched an itch.
Yeah,
at least it didn't bite your dick off. Um
exactly.
yeah. What did you say in your review? I fancied a quick, easy watch and Strays delivered. I was expecting this to be average at best, but actually found myself laughing quite a few times, plus the dogs are cute. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. God damn, Liam, that's an interesting take. And I
Oh, there's
respect you
worse coming, so don't
for
worry about
that.
it.
Oh, fuck. Anyway, that concludes our episode. Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, it was that bad that I remember sitting next to Frankie in this theater, and we were just like, are we in hell? Like, what is going on here? Like, um, yeah, that's good. I'm
See,
very happy
that's
that you
the.
enjoyed it, Liam.
But I didn't see it at the cinema because I got so used to seeing the trailer that it annoyed me, so I didn't go to the
Yeah,
cinema to see it. And
right.
watching it on Netflix, I think with such low expectations as well,
Mm,
maybe helped. You know, when you go in just
mm,
Mm.
expecting something to be like forgettable and average at best, and then actually it's somewhat better than that, it makes
mhm.
it seem even better, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I stand by what I said before about how sometimes I'll revisit a movie if I think maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind. No, not this one. I am never going to watch this movie again. Oh, haha, dog said fuck. Ha ha ha, that's funny.
Yeah,
No, it is
there's
not.
some movies that
Um,
you can reevaluate. Sometimes
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you can grow older and then they make more sense or whatever. And then there's other
oh, that's
exactly.
not
movies
this one.
that you just know one and done, don't need
Mm,
to try
Yep.
again.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. And look, and the weird thing is, like, I am a massive fan of lowbrow humor. I mean,
Mm.
Nobbins and Frankie will attest to that.
Hmm.
I should have been this movie's target audience. I should have been the person sitting there like, yeah, the dog said, fuck, this is so good. But for me, that kind of thing has to have some cleverness behind it. It's why to me South Park works so well because, all the crass humor and Beavis and Butthead even like, the crude humor and everything works really well because it has a social commentary behind it or, some kind of thing below the surface. Whereas I just didn't find it with this movie. I just found they were just sitting there like, oh my God, we're gonna make the dogs say fuck. This is gonna be so wicked.
I think it must be
Um,
very specific. Looking at the people I follow on Letterboxd is anywhere from 1 to 4 stars. So
wow.
it's just a whole range.
I only
And I
have
think I think 3 stars is the most common. Three and three and a
yeah.
half is the most common, but there's definitely a 1 and a 1.5
Well, you
and
and
a
Buffy
4.
Prescott gave the movie 1.5 stars. Liam's given it 3.5 stars. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, okay, there's a review here. Someone gave it 1.5 stars and says, guys, it's funny because the dogs say fuck and hump things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my feelings on it. We need to move on. So Frankie, please cleanse the palate.
Oh.
Be yeah.
If I was doing a ranked list, this
Hmm.
movie would be number 1 or 2.
Is it Jack and
Um,
Jill?
no, you're
Hmm.
obsessed with that movie.
I am.
And
But Strays
surprisingly
is no good.
harsh
Jack
on
and Jill,
it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, no, he doesn't like it,
Oh,
but he's obsessed with
I
it.
I didn't tell you. I actually took a photo of it and I was meant to send it to you and I completely forgot. We were going through Kylie's Blu-ray collection because we were sorting out, there's no point in keeping doubles, of which we had quite a lot of. So we were going through, and she has Jack and Jill on Blu-ray. Yeah, which I think I put into the get rid of pile because that is just not something we need to keep in our collection. But yeah, she actually had that movie. So yeah, there you go. Anyway,
Well, yeah, I have that movie, but that's because I found it at an op shop for like $1, and I it's because I just want to have every Pacino movie. But I will
that's
say
fair.
it is a like really fun Pacino performance inside a bad movie. So that's I still think
Yeah,
it's worth watching for the Pacino scenes.
yeah, yeah, maybe.
I wish he'd done more comedies. Like I don't think
Oh,
he's
absolutely. Yeah.
um going in that direction at all. But yeah,
Hmm,
he's really good at being funny.
that is true.
And apparently wanted to be a comedian early on and then got into acting instead.
Right, right.
Anyway, my next one is The Fall from 2006, which is the Tarsim Singh movie, he who did
Hmm.
Cell, or The Cell. I can't remember if it's got a the. And
I
so
think it's got a
it's
the.
The Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I saw The Cell around when it came out, and I loved that movie because of all the visuals and
Hmm.
everything. So then I saw a trailer for this movie random. I never heard about this movie, and it was nowhere to be found. But then Umbrella, an entertainment company here, got the rights to it. They released a 4K and Blu-ray, and they also had the digital rights, so I was able to rent it and see what I thought. And yeah, this movie's pretty amazing. It's got Lee Pace in it, who is very good looking in this, and he um is a stuntman and he gets injured and he's in this hospital set in the 1920s, and there's a little girl in the hospital and he starts telling her a story about these heroes. And so the movie, I thought the movie was going to jump into the story and that was the movie, but it goes back and forwards between what's happening like in real life and then back into the story. And I just, yeah, was surprised how involved. Like at the beginning, I was just like, oh yeah, but then I got really like involved with everything going on, and it's like really emotional. And it's
Hmm.
funny because to mention Fraser again, he had the opposite reaction that I had to the movie, which I just find really interesting.
Hmm.
Because let me just find my thing. Oh yeah, because I had no emotional connection, but then yeah, halfway, suddenly I was like fully invested and it was just getting more and more. And then the last 30 minutes or so were just completely amazing. I had to go find tissues because I was crying. And it just was, yeah, such a good movie. Whereas Fraser said the last 30 minutes lost him. So I guess it's more a
Right, right.
what you're into, what you take from it.
Mm.
But yeah, just the visuals are really amazing, as you'd probably expect if you've seen The Cell.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's
Actually, you've got me
one,
curious now. Was it this?
I think
Ugh.
it's just Cell, isn't it?
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Did I mess that
Yeah, I'm
up?
not
Hang
sure.
on.
This movie sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I've added it to my
Uh,
watch list.
yeah, it's really good. I ended up buying the Blu-ray rather than the 4K because of the price, but the 4K was the collector's edition and it came
hmm.
with oh no, I did get the 4K, but I didn't get the collector's edition, which came with like a hardcover book and everything. And I
Hmm.
kind of regret that a little. Although that said, I still haven't got to the special features yet to I think there's commentaries and interviews and making ofs and all of that kind
Right,
of
right.
stuff. So, because it's the kind of movie too that I feel like, are there more messages in the movie than what I'm taking? So
Mm.
Hmm.
it's that kind of movie that like I watch these sometimes where I'm like, I feel like the movie's saying more than I understand, and that's where I'll go watch the features or read the essays or whatever to get more info. So I don't know
Yeah.
if there is more than what I'm getting, but I just had
Yeah,
that
right.
feeling but I mean, I still obviously I was crying. I was getting enough from it. But yeah, I just found it a really fascinating movie. So it definitely would be
Yeah.
one of my top movies of the year
Yeah,
of
no, it
all
sounds
movies.
interesting. Yeah, right.
Mm.
And I've got to throw in because, it's not very often that I'm right about something, but it was
Is the
The
Cell?
Cell.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
So The Cell, The Fall.
yes, The Cell, The Fall, what else? The Immortals, The Selfless, the Mirror Mirror. Like, yeah, all of
Oh
these
no.
movies.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
rest.
I'm just making that up, but anyway.
Yeah, the rest all
Um,
don't have the. So these are the
yeah,
two
yeah.
that do.
Yeah,
He should have done
maybe.
a
I don't know.
theme.
He should have done a thing. And it's like and then a four-letter word with a double L. The pull. The help me out here, people.
Pale?
The what? That doesn't have a double L.
Oh, you mean the pole?
Ah, sorry, Paul.
Because
P
you
P
said
Oh,
A L
pool.
L.
I said pull, Pull.
Oh, pool. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought you
followed
said
by the
pool.
pole. Good
Paul.
job. The hall. Ooh, that's a spooky one.
The Call.
The the
The
call.
call?
Oh, love that movie. Classic.
The Ball.
Liam, what do you
The
got?
Monster's Ball.
Oh, the ball.
The Hole.
The hull. Yes, about the
Mm,
sunken ship. Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. Tarsim Singh, if you are listening to this podcast, which I'm quite sure you probably are.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, why wouldn't he be? Yeah, you've got one job to do.
The
More
Cull.
movies with the coal. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. How about we spend the next hour just going through movies that Tarsim Singh should make? Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, fire down in the comments of what other movies Tarsim Singh should make, or if you're listening to this, like social media, blah blah, we're there. Anyway, Nobbins, save us
Davis.
from wherever this is going.
Who knows? But the next movie I have is a local indie horror called
Yes.
T Blockers. Um,
Ah.
it's made by Alice Mail McKay, who's a Adelaide filmmaker, still just in her 20s, I think.
Hmm.
Um, and it's really fun. It's super fun. It's pretty uneven. The acting isn't great at times, but it's super low budget, really funny script, some really good LGBTQ themes in it. Alice is a trans filmmaker, and yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Right.
For a locally made movie, which it would have cost
$20.
$20 to make, and
Yeah.
the amount of effort put in. It
Yeah.
was just fantastic. Yeah, just a really
Right,
good.
right. Yeah,
So
I remember when you saw that and rated it on Letterboxd, and I did look
mm.
into that one, and yeah, it does look very
Yeah,
interesting.
I've got it in my watch list, but I have it as a 2025 movie because the official theatrical release was March this year.
Ah.
Yes,
So,
but on Letterboxd it's 2023, and that's what we go by, isn't
yeah.
it?
Well, you can
Ah.
do what you want, but that's because it premiered at festivals in 2023, but the
Exactly.
official release is
Mm.
this year. So I have it as a 2025 movie. I think
She,
I've got it in my list of 2025 movies.
yeah, she's actually made two movies since then.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with indie movies is they can
Ah.
take a
Pump them
while
out.
to get out there.
Yes, yes, exactly. Um, oh, it's me. Hello. Yes, my next one actually, wow, two of the movies on this list were ones that Kylie made me watch. So I know quite often, she has a bit of a reputation for showing me like really ultra bad shark movies and things, but on occasion there's some good ones. And
A
this next
well-earned
one,
reputation as well.
yes, yes. This next one was actually one that I fell in love with, and I actually really want to watch it again. And I was actually surprised by how good it was. Premonition from 2007 with Sandra Bullock and Julian McMahon. Hands up if you've seen this movie. Whee!
I
Nope.
don't think so.
No, it's on your watch list, Frankie.
Okay,
So
yeah.
yeah. Um, So, a depressed housewife who learns her husband was killed in a car accident the day previously awakens the next morning to find him alive and well at home, and then awakens the day after to a world in which he is still dead. And yeah, if you are into those kind of like it's not like a time loop movie, but it is one of these movies that like is very like, hang on, what is going on? Like, because things keep going back and forth and stuff, but it all makes sense in the end. And the ending was, oh wow, the ending was absolutely amazing, of which obviously I can't
Mm.
say too much because it was kind of a twist ending. Oh, it's not kind of a twist ending, it was a twist ending. Yeah, the tone throughout the film was brilliantly kept up. Like from the very start, you sort of you get that there's something wrong with this couple. Like, they've just bought this house. I think he bought a house and he takes her there to surprise her and stuff. But you kind of like, what's going on between these two people? Like yeah. So the tone was like really set up well from the start. But yeah, it was just a very fascinating premise and the way that they carried the story throughout and everything. Really like yeah, made you think and stuff and yeah, no, very satisfying film. I think it was one of those movies that like I looked on I looked it up and oh, it's got like a astronomically low Rotten Tomatoes score. So going into it I was kind of like, oh, is this hang on. Oh, wow. 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
I was actually thinking, was it like in the 30s or something? No, 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I mean, Letterboxd was a lot more favorable. Most people gave it a 3. So yeah,
That's
but
why I
no,
don't look at
critics,
Rotten Tomatoes because it's critics
yeah,
often have different ideas about movies than I do. So quite often
mm,
they don't align with me and I don't want to be influenced because sometimes you just look and you can't help but be influenced if you see a good or bad thing. It's like on
yeah,
Letterboxd. I know with a lot of horror movies, I try not to look at Letterboxd because
mm,
a lot of horror fans are really harsh. And so
mm,
a lot of the Letterboxd horror movies that have quite low ratings, I think are pretty fun. And it's
yeah, yeah,
because,
right,
yeah, people, it's kind of like the exorcism thing. Everyone hates exorcism
mm,
movies because The Exorcist exists.
yeah,
So, everything else gets a hard time by default from
mm,
some people. So,
yeah,
yeah,
right.
try not to look at things and be influenced. And because sometimes it can put you off checking something out and you might watch something else and then you might eventually get to that movie and go, actually, I really liked this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look, I mean, going in, I saw 8%. I was like, okay, this is going to be another Kylie movie. But from the start, like I said, yeah, I was gripped, and then throughout the whole film, I was just kept thinking, like, what have people missed? Like, this is a really, really good movie. Also has one of my most favorite actors of all time in it, whose name I still to this day don't know how to pronounce. Peter the Swedish guy that's in freaking everything. And yeah, he was just absolutely brilliant in this once again. So yeah, no, I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed this film. And yeah, loved it. All right. So moving on now, Mr. Liam, what is the next one for you?
Okay, so this one I'd say is an actually good movie. Um,
Oh,
No,
it's
we've
called,
already covered Strays. Come on, we've got to move
well,
past
that's
that
true.
now. Yeah.
Um, this one is called Coda. Has anyone else seen this?
no, it's on
Oh,
my list. I really want to see it.
Yeah, it's
heard
been on
of
my list
it.
for a while, but it looked kind of boring.
Hmm.
Okay, it came out in 2021.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
only watched this because my mum, who never watches movies,
Hmm.
somehow watched this and then just would not stop banging on about it every
Right.
time I saw her for weeks.
Hmm.
So last weekend, I finally sat down and actually got to watch it.
Hmm.
CODA stands for Child of Deaf
Hmm.
Adults.
Yep.
So it's about a father, mother, and older brother who are all deaf, and then the daughter slash sister um, can hear and has to do sort of like sign language interpretation for the family who
Hmm.
are working in a fishing town. But she's also kind of trying to get more involved with school activities. So she joins the choir. And obviously there is an element to this that's a bit High School Musically, where I'm gonna respond well to that. Has anyone here seen Sing Street?
No.
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 Also good. Irish movie came out, I think like 2016. The main kid in that plays the love interest in this, and
Right.
basically the girl and the kid kind of get paired up to do this duet. So
Hmm.
you've got that High School Musical element going on, while also dealing with the more kind of serious topic of the family and how they're dealing with um like the prejudice they have to face, and then this awkward position that the daughter's put in, where you know she just doesn't have the time to give to everything, and because she started doing singing, the family obviously can't really understand that. So there was just a lot going on that was really interesting, and just yeah, one of those movies that is just really good. Except there is this trend in movies and TV shows where like the mum tends to just be awful. And that is present here as well, where like
Right.
I'm sure there's ways of justifying her behavior, but she just comes across a bit like a bitch.
Oh,
And there's no real redemption for that kind of trait to her character. And
yeah,
that's the
right.
only thing that kind of like by the end of the movie, I was like, oh, there should have been something there that kind of either
Hmm.
like helped with justifying it
Mhm.
or just helped like kind of put a button on that element to it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, just one of those movies that is just good.
Yeah, right.
This is the
Okay.
movie I always like, I think I hear about because it won an Oscar, and all the
Yes.
people super into Oscars thought it didn't deserve it and something else
Mm.
should have got it. So they have pure hatred for the movie and absolutely trash it. And I'm like, surely it can't be that bad.
It isn't that bad. And Amelia Jones, who plays like the daughter, fantastic. She was also in The Running Man recently, for those that saw
Hmm.
that. But she incredible.
Hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, definitely heard a lot. Yeah, obviously because of the Oscar buzz and everything.
Mm.
But yeah, I've not seen it. And yeah, I after after your opinion of Strays, any movie you recommend to me now, I'm just kind of like, well, is it a movie I need to see? I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
No, I'm kidding, of course. Frankie, what you got next?
Oh, interesting. Hang on.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. That's
No, I
off
just
to a
was
good start.
looking
Oh.
at an Oscar fan on Letterboxd, And it
Yeah.
says they gave it 2.5, but when I click on it and read their review, it was 3.5. So I think they've
Mm.
retrospectively downgraded their rating
Oh,
from
okay.
when they reviewed it initially,
Right, right.
which perhaps could be to do with that Oscars thing happening.
Hmm.
Okay, my next one is folk horror, and it's a movie called November from 2017, which is an Estonian movie,
Ooh.
and which I love any mention of Estonia. Link. So
No, my grandmother was from there. That's why Estonia kind of tickles me because, like, yeah, I'm part
okay, but
Estonian.
it tickles me because of Link.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you so offended I don't know about your grandmother?
Who's offended?
Well,
You
you just
said,
sound really put out when I said Link and you were like, no.
"Oh wow, you're completely mistaking me." Um, no, you said I love how the mention of Estonia always makes you laugh, and then you said
What? I
something
didn't
about
say
Link, and I
that.
was like, well, no, because it was the other thing. But anyway, yeah,
No.
okay.
All right. Okay, now I know your grandmother's from Estonia, right? I'll just
Was.
keep thinking of Encino Man then. Anyway, so this is a movie I've heard about for years, but was impossible to find without paying, $80 for a random DVD on Amazon. And then Severin put out volume 2 of their All the Haunts Be Ours, which is their folk horror box sets that have different movies from all around the world. And most of them, it's like first time being available. And I think due to them getting the rights to it, it's also on SBS streaming now as well. But this turned out to be just as amazing as I had hoped it would be. But the main thing about this is just how stunning it looks. I know that's all I mentioned in my review. I even had in caps. It's all shot in black and white, and it's just this small village. And it's kind of not like a super plot heavy movie. It's just kind of following their lives. But the basic thing of it is that there's a young girl and she goes to a witch to um, try to make a young guy in the village fall in love with her. And it kind of goes from there. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's one of the prettiest films ever. I'm really glad that
Right.
it's out there now and I was able to see it. But yeah, very like it's one of those movies where so many shots you're just like, this would make an amazing art on the wall. Like everything was so good. And so it didn't matter if you had scenes where not a lot was happening because you could just
Mm.
enjoy looking at it because everything looked so good.
Yeah, right.
So I
Hmm.
do highly recommend that if you're looking for some folk horror.
Cool.
Nice.
Sounds interesting.
Do like folk horror.
Um, Mr. Nobbins,
So my
once
next
again.
movie is Norwegian. It's called The
Ooh.
Innocents, and it came out in 2021.
Hmm.
Um, I find the creepiest things in movies is kids doing weird things. And in this movie, these four kids have got discovered they got supernatural powers,
Hmm.
and then they do some bullshit, and it's very disturbing and creepy, and there's not a lot of plot to it, but it's all about kind of the vibes and
Hmm.
yeah. It's a great watch you um if you enjoy a vibey type movie and you're not there's a very bad scene where a cat gets injured,
I
so
had to stop watching it
yeah,
because of that
yes,
Oh,
and that kid, and I was just like, I do not want to continue
yeah.
watching this movie.
But it kind of taps into that thing of how kids are essentially dicks. And
Mm.
if you give them enough power, they'll be very dickish with it. So
I don't need a movie to tell me
yeah,
that. Yeah.
so yeah,
Hmm.
worth a watch.
Okay. Cool.
I enjoyed it, but it's very vibey. And
Hmm.
if you're looking for a plot heavy movie, then this isn't for you.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, my final movie of my discoveries this year was one that I had been wanting to watch for a little while. I'd heard some good things. I'd had a couple of people in this little collection of people going, "Oh my freaking God, what are you doing with your life if you have not watched this movie?" And then at one point, yeah, Frankie just basically said, "Look, if you don't watch this movie, I am never going to talk to you again. Yeah, basically, you are dead to me." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Um, Speaking of dead, it's One Cut of the Dead from 2017, which, yeah, this movie. So yeah, started watching it, thinking to myself, what the absolute hell were Nobbins and Frankie going on about? Like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. It's yeah, the pacing was bad. The dialogue feels too random. There's barely any story. It's like, I'm thinking to myself, like, I think I'd probably give this about 2 stars. Like, I'm not enjoying this movie. Then the second act kind of reveals reasons why that first part seemed so disjointed and weird and everything. And I was like, okay, this now starts to make more sense. Like, all right, I'll give it another star or two. Um, by the end of the third act, though, 5 stars all the way, every day. When everything comes together and you sort of find out exactly what is going on and stuff. I mean, what a brilliant way to tell a story, you know? It just really keeps you engrossed throughout if you can push yourself through that first part. Because obviously there are some people out there who would probably watching, oh, I'm not watching this anymore. It's crap. No. Stick with it. It gets better. Yeah. So Japanese movie. It's basically what's the synopsis for this? Real zombies arrive and terrorize the crew of a zombie film being shot in an abandoned warehouse said to be the site of military experiments on humans. Um, yeah, there's more to that. There are twists, there are turns, there are things you don't expect. It was just one of the most unique movie experiences I've had in maybe ever. I mean, I genuinely cannot compare this movie to any other film I've seen before in my life. So yeah, I am so glad I finally got around to watching this. It's on Shudder, it's on SBS on demand. It's just
I can't
yeah.
believe, like, I was shocked that you hadn't seen it. I didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
expect that it was one you hadn't seen and yeah, this is the ultimate go in knowing nothing. I remember when
Mm,
it came out, everyone was actually really good about not spoiling it, and the word going
mm,
around was don't look up anything about it, just
yeah.
watch it, and you have to get over that first bit. Like, don't give up on
Yeah.
it. And that was like all I knew when I went into watching it. And
Mm.
so, yeah, it's such a good movie.
Oh, this was
I
such a
haven't got
rewarding
around to seeing the
experience.
sequel that they made, or
Oh,
like
there's
the
a
next movie they
sequel.
made.
I
Oh,
didn't know there was a
okay.
sequel. No.
Is it a sequel or it's connected somehow if it's not a sequel?
Huh,
Oh,
there
really?
you go. There I
Uh,
learned.
what is there is One Cut of the Dead spin-off in Hollywood? Is that the one you're talking about? Cast and crew reunite to film a spin-off, this time set in Hollywood, boasting more zealous zombies and beefed up with international characters. Oh, okay. That is not streaming anywhere. Good one. I'll just duck down to the video store to rent that. Oh, that's
Mm.
right. Um, yeah, okay. I was not aware that. And hang on, is there another one as well? One Cut of the Dead Mission Remote from 2020. The cast and crew of the original One Cut of the Dead come together via video chat to help Higurashi create a short film about a true crime case during lockdown. Oh, that's only 26 minutes. That's a short one.
Mm.
What about this Hollywood one? 57 minutes. So that's mid-range. So yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely have to check those out. But yeah, I can't wait to watch this again, and again and again, and I've got to get around to buying it because I have not done that yet. But yeah, no, that was quite possibly my favorite of all the discoveries of this year. That or Ouija Shark, I don't know, one of those two, but yeah.
Was this not the year that
Uh,
you watched the High School Musical movies for the first time?
it is. It is.
Interesting.
Yep.
Mm.
Anyway, Liam.
So the next one we spoke about, I think, on the Rocky 4 episode.
Hmm.
Um, it was Last Night in Soho.
Ah, nice.
Oh, all of your Strays bullshit has now been redeemed.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to catch up on my Edgar Wright films before going to see The Running Man. So this was one that I think just the critical reception put me off a little bit because I loved the idea of Edgar Wright doing horror, and then it just got
Mm,
kind of like slated.
hmm
Um, but it's really good. I think, like I said last time, I preferred when everything was just nice, and it was kind of cutting back to the 60s, and everyone was just having a great time and enjoying the fashion.
mm.
Once things started getting a little bit kind of less nice, the film was still good. I wanted it to go back to when it was just all nice, and I
Yeah.
just liked that
Mm,
idea of it kind of jumping back and forth and her getting more confidence through that. I just thought
right.
that was a really interesting concept, and kind of the horror elements didn't work as well as I think they could have done. I still want to see Edgar Wright just kind of do a real like balls to the wall horror movie, like no
Mm,
holds barred, like strip away the comedy of Shaun of the Dead and
mm,
maybe something that isn't quite as indebted to what's already existed. I'd
hmm
be curious to see him do something like that. But
Right.
yeah, I had a great time with this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all right. Uh, see, this was a different experience that Frankie and I had to Strays, where we went to the premiere of this one, and I went in. I was more excited than you, wasn't I? Because I was like, "Oh my
Mm.
God, it's an Edgar Wright film! It's gonna have all those like Edgar Wright things, like the smash cuts, like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, and things like that." And we were sitting there, and I was like, "I'm really enjoying this film. It doesn't feel like an Edgar Wright film because it didn't have." His signature kind of things or but then walking out like yeah Frankie was just like oh my God my life has been changed and I think you were already looking up the soundtrack to play on the
Yeah.
drive home and
Yep.
stuff like yeah you were all over that film and then you just yeah we went and saw it again didn't we
Yep.
I made a trip up so we could go see it again yeah no I remember that yeah no
So you
that
made an
was
interesting point there that you felt like this was
oh
less of an Edgar Wright film because has everyone
yeah
here seen The Running Man yet?
No.
no
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it.
Right. So that feels like an even more of a step back from what you would expect from an Edgar Wright
Way
film.
it could have been
yeah
directed by
yeah
anybody.
Yeah.
I
mm,
was saying that to somebody else who watched it, and I said, "Oh, did you know Edgar Wright directed that?" And he said, "No, I thought it was just some."
yeah
Yeah.
right
So I wonder,
no
like,
pun
it's
intended
interesting how as time goes on, he's kind of losing that aesthetic that
Mm,
he's known for.
well or maybe he just thought like he didn't want to be pigeonholed anymore, which is a fair statement. And like I would absolutely applaud him for that choice if that was the case, because I know that yeah, that is his style, but yeah, you probably get to a point where it's like
Well,
I've done it now, let's move on.
it'll be interesting to see his next film since he's doing a remake of Barbarella.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um
Has no one
I
seen
actually
Barbarella?
nope.
hey, oh
That
I
fell
don't think I
flat.
have.
Barbarella has the funniest sex scene ever in a
Mm,
movie. I went to see it at a cinema during one of the Brisbane Science Festivals. They were showing it at Goma, and like everyone was laughing. It's like I don't know because it just went on, and
mm,
I just don't know how you could sit through that scene without
yeah, right.
laughing. It was really funny. So I hope
Mm.
that stays in the remake.
Ba,
Interesting.
ba,
Okay.
ba, ba,
I
ba,
wonder if
ba.
it would be funnier than the sex scene in Showgirls in the swimming pool. I don't know if anyone has seen that, but that was a thing that
I
happened.
saw that movie so long ago. I don't remember a thing
Yeah,
about
I've
it.
Don't
no
remember the
recollection of it
pool?
all.
Oh
No.
man, maybe because I've seen that movie like 20 times. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. All right. What do we got next?
Oh, it's me.
It is you.
Okay, my next one is a heavy one. It is Casualties of War, which I just
Hmm
watched fairly recently. And that is Sean Penn playing a jerk like he does a lot and does so well. And I need to watch something where he's really charming and normal because I just
Don't
I
watch
just
one
feel
better
like
after another then, because he's a massive jerk in that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, every movie I've seen him in, he's just been that kind of guy, and I just like it just makes you think, oh, if I was in a room with him, I'd be like, oh, stay away, because he just like that. And Carlito's Way, he's just such a slime ball in that too,
Did you
and
like
just
that movie? I'm not sure. Top five, you'd say?
Top five.
not
He's
top
probably number
five.
one, really. Yeah, I reckon number one. No, Jack and Jill was number one.
Um,
Anyway.
yeah, so this is a set in war, obviously,
Mm.
and they are Michael J. Fox's character. What happens? Someone gets injured, and
Don't know.
then Sean Penn comes along to. I don't know if Sean Penn takes over or Michael J. Fox's character gets put in his group, but anyway, he's going to be leading these guys on this mission to this place, and he's like, "Hey, let's steal a woman from the population here and just bring her with us so we can have some fun while we're on our way." And Michael J. Fox's character is just like, oh, he's just joking, right? And then he's not. And so they take this woman and from this village and just, yeah, take her on the way with them. And so it's this whole thing of, you're following them and Michael J. Fox's character. I should have looked up the name so I didn't have to keep saying that. But um, he just has this moral thing of, oh, I should be doing something to stop this. What can I do? And yeah, it just goes through that. And it's like, it's a hard watch, but it's also one of those like I kept sitting forward in my seat and I was really gripped. I hadn't read about the real incident that it's based on, so I didn't know what the story was. And I was just really gripped the whole time about what was going to happen next. And
Hmm.
because there's so much awful stuff happening. So it's one of those, like, it's a heavy watch, but it's just such a gripping story. So
Right.
yeah, that was part of my John Leguizamo project because he plays
The
like
Grease.
a new guy that joins the group to go on this mission. So yeah, he's
Hmm.
got quite a big role in it considering all the movies around it. But yeah, he was
Mm.
really good in it as well. So yeah, great
Cool.
performances. Also, John C. Riley's in it.
Hmm.
And he actually replaced somebody else. It was really funny because I read he was in it, and then in the group scenes, he's like hardly there. But then he ends up being one of the guys in the group. And then I was reading afterwards that they like fired someone else and
Mm.
upgraded his role to be one of the
Yeah.
supporting people. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
so that was really good. So I'm glad that I watched that.
Hmm. Cool. Nobbins. Couldn't help noticing
Yes.
that it is once again your turn.
Wow, who'd have thought?
I've
If you want to see a movie where Sean Penn plays against type, watch Milk. Milk's a really good movie, and
right.
he's a good guy. He's
Ah,
Oh.
the first openly gay mayor of whatever city it was, but it's a really
Hmm.
fun movie, and he's yeah,
hmm.
definitely worth a watch.
Cool.
Um, my next movie is also a pretty downer type movie. It's called Nowhere Special. It came out in 2020.
Hmm.
It's about a guy in his 30s who's a single dad to a boy who's 4. His mum left them when he was a baby, and he gets diagnosed with cancer. And it's about how he's trying to find the perfect family for his boy to go to because he's got no parents, and so the father's got no parents, so he's trying to find a foster family to
Hmm.
look after his son after he dies.
Right.
So great performances, really engaging. I cried. It was very sad, but
Wuss.
yeah, I know. And the end is it's quite the shock to the system. It ends really
Right.
well. Quite very powerful ending, but
Hmm.
yeah, if you want to see a movie that's really well acted, um,
I do, sir.
a little bit sentimental at times, but
Hmm.
also, yeah, just really good
Right.
performance, good script. Yeah, worth a watch.
how would you, in terms of its like, sheer emotional strength and everything, how would you compare it to Strays?
I mean, it's not quite as emotionally damaging as Strays,
Mm, mm, mm.
but it tries. It really
Yeah,
does
yeah.
try. Yeah,
Right, right. Ah,
Strays is hard to
interesting.
beat when it comes to the emotions that are running through that film.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
it's
yeah.
a real roller coaster.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen
Yeah.
it, and I'm already on an emotional roller coaster just
When that dog
hearing
gets
about it.
taken away by the like hawk or whatever it is, that is a
Mm.
real, edge of the seat moment.
And he says, "Look at me, I've
Ah,
been taken by a hawk."
Mm.
yeah. Wow. Liam, since I've got nothing left in the tank, what do you got next?
All right, so this one, not quite as emotionally devastating, I would say. Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Right, right.
Ah.
I've grew up pretty much with the Jay and Silent Bob films, and
Mm-hmm.
when this came out, for whatever reason, I just didn't get around to watching it,
Mm.
and I've had it on my shelf for 2 or 3 years now, and was just like, I don't know why I haven't got around to this yet. I think in my mind I was going to watch all of them again leading up to it,
Right, right.
and I just thought I haven't got the time for that, so I'm just going to jump straight
No,
in.
who
Um,
does?
and it was so good. Like it immediately took me back into that world. It's very, Kevin Smithy, self-indulgent and
Oh, yeah.
just celebrating everything. But it also, because I love all that stuff,
hmm
it's fine. That works for me. Um, the Ben Affleck scene in particular, I thought was excellent in that movie.
I don't. I've only seen it once. I think I bought it when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Because yeah, like I had to get it in my eyeballs immediately. Um, but I enjoyed it. I think I just, oh man, it was so self-indulgent though.
It was because
Um,
this was the one that he made after the heart attack, right? Where he was just
yeah,
like, I want to get back to doing the things that I enjoy doing, and
it was.
also
Yeah.
all of these people are now going to agree to do it because I can be like, hey, I survived a heart attack, come and play
Yeah,
with me again.
yeah. I
Um,
don't really remember it that much. I'm looking forward to watching it again. Because yeah,
Yeah, I've only seen it the once as well. I gave it 3 stars.
mhm.
And yeah, I'm waiting to get to it because yeah, I remember most of the other movies because I've seen them at least twice. Whereas
yeah,
the newer ones, like this and Clerks 3, I've only seen once. Although
yeah.
Clerks 3 I saw quite recently. So, but yeah, this one I've just forgotten everything
Yeah, yeah.
from it. So,
I can't even remember what the plot of the movie was, to be
oh,
perfectly
hang
honest.
on.
Yeah, which again is not saying anything bad. Like I just, yeah, I really need to watch it again.
They're going, well, I was almost like, am I looking at the right movie? They're on a mission to stop Hollywood from rebooting a film based on their comic book characters.
Okay,
So,
right, yeah.
It's basically Jay and Silent Bob
so
Strikes Back
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, look, I am keen to check it out again. That's for sure. And who knows, I might watch and go, you know what?
Adam
That was
Brody's
the
in it.
best movie
Do
I've
we
ever
have
seen.
do we have Matt Damon as well? Or only Ben this time?
I'm pretty sure Matt's in it.
Yeah,
He's
he's got to
he's
be. Come
just
on.
he must do less because he's further down the list.
Yeah.
Mm,
Justin Long.
mm. All right. Well, in that case, let's push this along. Little Miss Frankie, what you got next? God, that sounded condescending, didn't it?
Hmm.
You little Miss Frankie. No, I don't know why I said that, but anyway.
Okay,
Okay.
my next one is another Radiance film, and
hmm
it's called The Inquisitor. And
Ah,
this is one of those really great movies that is just, it's almost all in one location. And it's a detective who is investigating some children that have been killed. And there is what is he? Some like famous guy. They just say, maybe a politician or some, I don't know, some like, respectable person
hmm
has come in on Oh, actually, Christmas time movie. He's coming on New Year's Eve to be questioned about it because he found one of the bodies. And so it's basically a interrogation type movie with the detective and his offsider talking to this guy and questioning his story and everything. And so it's kind of a did this guy actually have something more to do with it than just finding the body kind of story? And so it's just
Mm,
really super interesting. And it feels like it's real time because it's pretty much just these conversations and things.
mm,
And yeah, it was just really fun to just sort of go through and, what's going to happen. Did this guy have something to do with it or not? And what is it going to turn out to be and everything. And yeah, it was really, really good. This was on a double set for the director, Claude Miller. And I've come close, but my movie watching has just really dropped recently. So I
sure.
haven't got to the other film, but I'm really interested now because like this film was so good. I'm like, is this a new like great director or is this just his best film? So
Mm,
yes, I'm looking forward to investigating, but this one, I don't know how easy it'll be to find, as with a lot of Radiance films, because they're lesser known foreign films. So they're a lot harder to find available over here, but yes, highly recommend.
right. Sounds good. No bins. Oh, sorry, Nobbins.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next movie is came out in 2022, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it still. It's Tar, but
Oh,
I think it's actually pronounced
yeah.
Tar. It's Tare or Tayar or Tar, Rar.
Tar. Tar.
But
Let's just call it tar for
Tar,
the sake
yeah.
of convenience. Yeah.
So it's about a conductor, Lydia Tarr, who is at the height of her career, and
Hmm.
it's basically about the unraveling of that career. It's really well acted, superb script. Kate Blanchett is magnificent. And it's got some important things to say about the Me Too movement, culpability, self-obsession, and self-destruction as well.
Right.
Um, so yeah, really interesting movie, really well thought out, and really interesting things to say about some
Mm.
of the things that have been prevalent in modern society.
Yeah, yeah.
It's quite ambiguous the way it ends, but that's fine with me. Some people didn't like that, but I was okay with it. So yeah, really good movie. Highly recommend.
Um, now,
I
yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say I watched this, and the main thought I have whenever this movie gets mentioned is that I found the movie annoying, or I found her annoying. I can't remember,
Oh,
but I
she's
gave it
definitely annoying. Yeah.
3.5 stars. So I
Yep.
liked it, even though it
Yep.
kind of has a negative thing in my mind
Yep.
now, because I just think, oh, that film's annoying.
Well, the thing is that her character is a terrible person, just a
Mm,
horrible person.
Mm.
But it's yeah, don't want to give it away, but
mm,
yeah, it's you're not supposed to feel anything. You're not supposed to feel sympathetic towards the character, and I like that that's the way they play it.
Mm.
She's an unreliable narrator of her own life, and self-justify of her own actions as well.
Hmm. My interest got piqued in this film for a rather odd reason because when the trailer came out, there was a moment in it where you hear a scream from Heather Donahue from Blair Witch Project. And of course, there was so much speculation at the time where everyone's like, "Oh my God, this movie's set in the Blair Witch universe." And I'm not kidding. Look it up. I'm looking at it right now on the internet. Like there was so many people who were thinking, "Oh my God, what's this movie got, in connection with Blair Witch?" And so straight away, I'm just like, what does this movie have in connection with Blair Witch? Like, holy shit, you're talking about one of my most favorite movies ever. And so I just kind of like waited to hear any more information, but then it turns out that they just used that audio in the audio mix for the trailer, apparently without permission from Heather Donahue or anybody like that. And so there was like it turned into a little bit of controversy. But yes, the movie, as I'm sure you can probably attest, I have not seen it, but has absolutely nothing to do with the Blair Witch
No.
Project. Yeah, but no, it caught my attention at the time because yeah, I was like, oh, what has this got to do with Blair Witch? Is the Blair Witch Project happening in the background in the
Well,
same
no, the final scene
universe? Like,
is Kate Blanchett standing in a corner.
yeah. Shot on like really grainy 8 millimeter film. Like, yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, that was an interesting thing that happened that led to much disappointment because look, I'll probably still check the movie out one day. I'll just yeah, won't expect any witches in it.
No,
Yeah.
apart from the lady one, because she is a bit of a witch. But not in the
Ah.
traditional manner.
Not in the
Mm.
No.
Blair tradition. So yeah. Mr. Liam, how many more have you got left? I've
Two
lost
more.
count. Two more. All right, bring
Two
it
more.
on. What do we
So
got?
this is my
Strays 2, Electric Boogaloo.
well, this is my second favorite discovery this year.
Right.
I'm curious who else has seen it. This one might be the controversial one. I enjoyed this
Ooh.
so much,
Mm.
so
You mean
much.
Strays wasn't controversial? This is the controversial
This is
one.
I think this
Oh
might be more
God.
potentially.
Brace yourselves.
Um,
Okay, here we go.
so this was a 2022 release.
Hmm.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know. I haven't
Okay.
seen it, but
Haven't
yeah.
seen it.
Or
I
have I seen
haven't
it? I don't know.
I haven't seen this one. I need to catch up, but I am a fan of Jurassic World movies. I know that franchise gets absolutely trashed these days, but I definitely want to catch up. I have them on my shelf. The And then I think the latest one is streaming.
Yeah.
So if I can, I don't know how it'll happen, but if I can get through doing a rewatch, or at least a rewatch of the World movies, I might rent the
Oh.
new one so I can add it to this
Right. This
year's
was the one
things.
where they brought back Sam Neill, Laura
Yeah.
Dern. No, I have not
Mm.
seen this one.
I know, I was so excited for that, and then I just
Hmm,
didn't see it and
So
I've
still haven't got round to it.
lost all interest in Jurassic films. Yeah.
so that's
Currently
the
sitting
thing.
at 2.3 on Letterboxd.
Mm.
Oh,
I
wow.
That's not too bad for letterboxd hatred.
Hmm, true.
I
You
quite
I'm
know,
gonna rate
enjoyed
it
this
half
not
first
your
star just
Jurassic
for
Morbius.
the hell of it.
World.
No, not really. Sorry, Liam.
The
This is
first
yours.
Jurassic
Go
World
for it.
movie I really enjoyed.
Yeah, so
Right.
Then I saw Fallen Kingdom at the cinema and hated it.
Right.
Like all the stuff in the mansion at the end was just no.
Hmm.
It's not what I wanted from a
Nah.
Jurassic movie.
No. Who
Um,
does?
Dominion, though,
Hmm.
again, I would say it's not like a typical Jurassic movie, and it's kind of like, why don't we just make an action movie with dinosaurs?
Hmm.
And I'm so there for that. Like that to
Ah.
me is just great idea. And then you bring back the old cast and mingle them with the new. And
Hmm.
yep, it's very much the South Park Remember Berries thing. It's very
Member
much
berries.
that.
Yeah, I remember.
Um, but I love these movies. Like one of the first cinema experiences I can remember was seeing Lost King. No, not Lost Kingdom. What's the second Jurassic Park movie?
Lost World.
Oh,
Lost
Jurassic Park
World. That's
2.
it. Yeah, yeah, Lost World. I saw that like one of the first films I remember seeing at cinema, and it just blew my
Oh,
mind.
fuck. Wow. Thanks for making me feel really old now. My
You're welcome.
God. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, when I say remember, it's because I saw it when I was what 10 or something when that would have come out.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Yeah. You're
I mean,
not
Jurassic Park
helping here,
3.
Liam.
When did that come out?
I want to say 97 or 98.
Well, the first one was 93.
90,
I know
yeah,
that much.
97. So I would have
Yeah.
been
Uh,
15, I
yeah.
think. Round about 15.
Yeah. I'd been working in cinemas for 4 years at that point. So,
But
yeah.
so with the Dominion, I remember when it came out, again, it was one of those that just got absolutely slated by the critics. And I wanted to go see the new one, and I like to do things in order, so I had to kind of catch up and watch these before seeing the new one. The new one isn't great, but this was just, and maybe because my expectations were low, it might be another Strays,
Hmm.
but I just had so much fun with this. Like, it's utter nonsense. It really is. But it's fun nonsense.
Well, I mean, you're not going to
Hmm.
a Jurassic World movie for like real world accuracy,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
kind of
It's like,
plot.
yes,
Like you want to have
this
fun with dinosaurs.
the
Yeah.
new Jurassic film, touched on a lot of LGBTQI themes and
Mm.
social relevance, and yeah, that's what this.
I
They
think
need more gay
people
dinosaurs.
people are a bit anti popcorn movies these days. Like they
Yeah.
want movies to be really thought-provoking and everything. And it's like, no, I just want to go have fun with dinosaurs. I
Mm.
Yeah.
remember, yeah, the first Jurassic World when it came out, remember I was wary of it, but I went and saw it and thought it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that and the next two. Hopefully, I got 2.5 more days of work and then I'm off. So I hopefully will have a lot more time for movies, but I've got so many of this year's movies to get to, so I don't know if I'll be
Yeah,
able to fit it all in.
Well, I
yeah,
But
would
we'll
be
fair enough.
see.
curious what you would think of Dominion
Well,
because
I was so excited when hearing about Jeff and Sam coming back.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and like because they had Jeff come back for Fallen Kingdom, but it was like a little bit. He was kind of like bookending the movie. It was like one scene that they kind of cut up and did a bit at the start and a bit at the
Mhm.
end. He actually has something to do in this movie, which is
Hmm.
nice. And yeah, it's just fun, like just so much fun.
I think it
Good.
helps make a little difference. I know with the Jurassic Park movies, I thought it Lost is Lost World the second one or the third one?
Yeah, second one.
I'm not so into that one. That's sort of the dip. And then the third one, when Sam Neill's back, I just found that one really fun. I haven't seen it for a long time. I actually
Hmm.
would prefer to rewatch the entire franchise, but then that's adding in, well, I suppose the first one I've seen so many times, but it is one of the best movies of all time. So I would
Yeah.
like to rewatch that again. I have the 4K now too. I don't think I've watched it again since I've got the 4K. So I just love how creepy that first one is. Like
Oh, it's
for a
so
movie
good.
Mm.
that's not horror, there's that one scene that is like
So
better
much
than so
tension.
many horror movies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's unquestionable. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Well,
don't
I'm
know.
happy to see such a movie on someone's list, and that's why it's always fun to have different people, like, and especially with the movies of the year. Like, so many people have like the same movies on their list, and it's really interesting. Like, I
Hmm.
found one critic that had, I can't remember what movie it was, but they had a movie last year that you would never expect a critic to put on their top 10. And so I was like, oh, you are much more interesting to me now because you obviously are just,
Mhm.
a lot of people, I think, kind of just stick to the big films of the year. And
Mm.
it's nice
Hmm.
when you see kind of people's personality come through with odd picks
Like
or
Ouija
obscure
Shark.
picks that let you know about movies you should see.
Like Ouija Shark. Yeah. Look, I mean, in all honesty, I'd rather give Jurassic World Dominion a shot over ever watching Strays again. So,
Well,
I'll,
I mean, that's not saying much. There's
yeah,
probably lots of
exactly.
movies.
I might continue the Jurassic because yeah, like Lost World, no, not Lost World, whatever the Jurassic World, that's it. Party Time, excellent. That came out and I went and saw it and I was like, ah, yeah, like that was a movie. Then the second one, Fallen Kingdom, I saw that and I don't know, I was very underwhelmed and that kind
It
of
wasn't
lost
good.
me there. So I've not seen anything since then. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll maybe check it out one day. Who knows if I've
Yeah, I
got
would say
nothing
this
else
kind
to
of
do.
this course corrected the series after Fallen Kingdom, in my opinion.
Right, right. Okay, fair enough. Frankie, we're coming down to the end of all this shortly,
Coming down the
so
wire.
yeah,
Um,
what do you got?
Okay, so this obviously I'm getting to my more recent watches, and I talked about this one recently,
Hmm.
but I'm going to talk about it again. There might be a lot of people that are going around Discovery's episodes and didn't hear me talk about it in whatever episode it was.
Exactly.
Um, this was such a unexpected surprise because it's a sort of, indie, low budget horror film that horror comedy film, so, you know. these can so often go so wrong. And this
Mm.
one didn't. And also, I mean, it was a stressful time, so there is that. But right from the opening scene, this had me laughing, and that is the movie Crabs with an exclamation point from 2021. And yeah, so it's crabs taking over a town on prom night, but it's just has really interesting characters. Like the main guy is sort of the genius guy. He's in a wheelchair and he's working on gadgets to try and make something like a sort of frame thing that he can use to wear so that he can walk rather than be in the chair. And then his older brother is the deputy sheriff. And then there's a girl that's the young guy's friend that they're kind of, you can tell that they like each other. And then her mum is a teacher at the school who the older brother had a crush on. So there's like a thing between them. And yeah, it's just basically them. Oh, and I always forget there's a foreign exchange student who kind of steals the movie because of the lines he says. He's kind of like annoying, but in a funny way.
Mm.
And yeah, he's really cool in it. And so they realize what's going on and are trying to deal with it. And yeah, and the opening scene is just like a couple making out on the beach, and then there's a crab, and the guy's like, "Hey, hold it, I'll take a photo." And um,
That's weird because
yeah,
normally they're too small to get a photo of. Oh,
mm,
never mind. Yeah, you knew that was coming.
yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Um, so this is on Amazon Prime and
Hmm.
Brawly actually.
Right.
Um, so yeah, this was so fun and
No, ever
funny. And
since
but
you
also it just was a really nice story with nice characters. Like,
mm,
so many horror movies just have awful people, and this
mm,
one, like the characters were really cool, and it was fun hanging out with them while they were trying to figure out how to save everybody. And the
yeah, no.
crabs are really cute. It was a bit of a kind of
Oh,
Gremlins vibe that they're kind of going around
right, right.
doing stuff. It's not just
Oh,
well, because they're mutated crabs, so they're not just
mm,
normal crabs. And
no,
then
of course not.
there's quite a big showdown at the end, which is kind of given away on the letterboxed stuff.
Ah,
But
yeah, I noticed the Mecha Godzilla kind of thing and everything happening there. Like, yeah, and I was
yeah.
thinking to myself, is that a spoiler? Um, yeah.
But I
Interestingly,
mean,
this
that
is
said,
the
I did forget I had seen that. So when it got to that point of the movie where they started bringing that in, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. There's going to be that showdown.
Interestingly, this is the only film that the director has made.
Yeah, I really hope
Yeah.
that he gets to make more. So, I mean, it was only from 2021. So,
Mm.
you know,
Is that right? Wow. I know as we mentioned before that we don't really hold much stock in Rotten Tomatoes, but it's got 80% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Mm.
which is interesting. So yeah, especially for a movie like that, like that's normally the sort
Yeah.
of stuff that critics are like, "Oh no, I did not like this movie. It wasn't as good as Strays."
Surprised
Um,
there was that many critics watching it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, cool. Nobbins, how many you got left,
Let
Nobbins?
me. I got 15 left to go, so we better get started, I guess.
Jesus Christ, are you actually serious or
No, I did top 10
good?
like everyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that doesn't compute. Like top 10, you got 15 left in your top 10. You're just messing with me here. All right.
Right.
What's next?
Next is a earlier movie by Anora's director Sean Baker called Red Rocket, which came out in 2021.
Right.
It tells the story of a former porn star who comes back home because he's got no money,
Mm-hmm.
um, and he's a real dickhead. Um,
Well, off to a
he,
good start.
yeah, he's played very well because he's sometimes sympathetic despite being an absolute dirtbag of a person.
Mm.
And it's just about what happens when he comes home. It's very funny. It's also quite. I mean, he does a lot of morally questionable things.
Right.
Um, and I don't think you're supposed to take the side of him, but there's certainly Sean Baker doesn't really take that one side or the other. He sort of nudges in one direction, but he's kind of open about it as well. So,
Right.
yeah, if you like Nora, you'll probably enjoy Red
Mm.
Rocket as well. So,
Oh, loved
I
Honora.
keep
So,
meaning to watch more of Sean Baker's films after Honora, and I still haven't got to any yet. Maybe it'll be next year's discoveries.
yeah,
well, if he's in a movie with the Gwees, you're all set.
yeah,
Because, yeah. Yeah, cool. No, that definitely sounds interesting. I'm just having a look at it now on the boxed of letters. There is not a single person I've ever heard of in this film.
no,
Not that it matters, of course,
I
but
think that happens with a lot of his
yeah.
films.
mm, yeah, right. Okay, cool. Um, and that is available on Stan. So there you go. They've made it easy for us. Thank you, Nobbins.
My pleasure.
Mr. Liam.
Right, we are now up to my favorite discovery of the year. In a
Ooh.
year that saw me watching, Strays,
Yeah,
this this is the one that stood out the most, that wasn't a
right.
2025
Stood out like a
release.
dog's red rocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, this was Late Night with the Devil.
Ah,
Ah,
brilliant. Awesome.
So
Yep, yep,
2023
yep.
release. I'm gonna try and pronounce the guy's name. I'm probably gonna get it wrong. David
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian. There we
It's
go.
David Dalmatian.
That
That's what he's
yeah,
known in this podcast as because fuck his
that's
name.
all we need.
I think it's
Uh,
Das Mädchen.
yeah, it is. But we
Dismalkian,
just
Dismalcian,
look, we just call
Dalmatian.
him David Dalmatian because that just rolls off the tongue.
It really does. That's so
It
much
really
easier.
does. Yeah. So there
He's
you go.
fantastic. He's got
Yes.
a series on YouTube called Grave Conversations,
Hmm.
where he'll get into a coffin and he'll get a guest into a different coffin, and they'll just have a little chat about death.
Hmm.
He's had people like Kevin Smith on it,
Oh wow.
and who else? Mark Duplass.
Hmm.
Um, it's a good show, worth watching. But I started watching that and I was like, okay, it's about time. Because I remember when this came out, there was a bit of like fuss that it used AI for
Mm.
Yeah.
some art or something that was in it.
Whatever.
Um, but it was just so good. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
loved the aesthetic of it, the story.
Yeah.
Again, this was one I just watched late at night, and that is the exact
Ha.
perfect time to be watching this. You
Oh,
know,
definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so good.
Mm.
Kylie and I saw this at the movies, and yeah, we both kind of thought like, oh, I wonder if this would be one of those movies that would be better off on a smaller screen. Like I mean,
Yeah,
for me, Blair Witch Project was one. I saw that on a home TV back in the late 90s on a, CRT TV and loved it. And then I went and saw it at the movies, and I was like, I preferred it as a home movie sort of a thing because that's what it was designed to be like.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I late night, I had a couple of minor gripes with it, but it did not stop me from giving it 5 stars. I thought it was phenomenal. Ingrid Torelli as the girl, like
yeah,
how brilliant was she? Like just the way that she would convey, creepiness or whatever,
yeah.
just with a glance, just when she's just sort of sitting there, to the side, just looking at the camera with that expression. Like yeah, everything about that film I thought was absolutely phenomenal. So yeah. But funnily
Brilliant.
enough, I don't think I've revisited. Oh no, no, I did watch it once at home. That's right. Yeah, I've only seen it a couple of times. I still don't own it yet. I've really got to get around to doing that.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I watched this on Shudder, I think it was on.
right, right.
But yeah, it was just brilliant. Just
Oh
one of
yeah.
those experiences that was just like, yeah, this is. I don't know why I left it so long before discovering it,
Hmm.
but it worked for the podcast.
Yeah, hey, better late than never. I
Perfect.
mean, yeah, yeah. No, good, very good. Cool. Frankie, how many you got left?
One.
You got one? Okay.
Yeah.
I've lost track of
Um,
how many everyone's got. I don't
well,
know.
we started with Liam, so we're on the final round now.
Yeah, right, right. Yes, of course we did.
So this is my most recent discovery, but it's also the other one that I would put in the top two of all the discoveries.
Hmm.
And that is real life, which I actually didn't even know about until I heard it talked about a couple of times, maybe just from people talking about Albert Brooks to something else, but they mentioned it, and so I looked it up, and it's basically the first um, kind of what do you call it? Like following a family around. Apparently,
Hmm.
this movie came out in 79, and there had been one like 6 episode TV special where they just looked, I think it was called American, yeah, an American Family. And so that happened. And then this movie just kind of ran with that. So it's kind of the first like reality TV thing.
Hmm.
And so Albert Brooks plays Albert Brooks, who is a filmmaker who wants to follow a family over a whole year and make a movie from it. So
Hmm.
they've found this family. So the whole movie is him like talking to camera, and they've got footage of him talking to the town, and then they meet the family, and it kind of goes from there. But it's also really funny. It's got Harry Shearer's in it, but you don't see him because they have these camera things that are almost like astronaut helmet type things, but
Hmm.
they put them on their head, the cameraman, and they sit there and they have like this globe thing. And so they can run around and film people's rather than having to carry the heavy cameras around. And so a lot of the time you're just watching a scene and you'll just see like someone run by in the background because they're going like out the door because they want to film when they come outside and everything. So it's really funny, but also a very handy way for showing like having different camera
Hmm.
angles and showing how it is in the thing. But yeah, and it's just sort of following the kind of what it does to the family having cameras on them all the time. And the husband is a vet, and there's a quite a funny scene. Not funny, but well, it's funny in that there's a cool joke in it.
Hmm.
But then yeah, there's a scene with him doing a procedure on a horse, which is kind of a turning point to his character. And yeah, it's just, and then you've just seen Albert Brooks, who's all like doing what it takes to get the film rather than really caring so much for the people. He's
Hmm.
just making the film. And then he's also having meetings with like psychologists and the producer and everything about what's been happening. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's a really interesting film. And yeah, it's made me an Albert Brooks fan. So
Cool.
I have um I've seen one other film, but I plan to go through all this. I think he's directed like 6 films or something like that. So I
Hmm.
plan to go through them. But yeah, this was a really fun discovery. I actually watched it a few days later because I just wanted to watch it again. And
Yeah,
I
awesome.
had it as a rental, so once you start watching, you got 48 hours. And
Oh
so I was like,
shit.
oh, well, I've got the time. I will watch it again.
Oh, sorry, you just reminded me that I
You've got a
rented
rental?
Johnny Got His Gun. Oh, fuck, how long ago was that? It was like when we talked about Rocky 4, or 5, I don't know. Um, 5. Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to watching that. Sorry, you just jogged my memory. I really should do that at some point. Oopsies. Yeah. No, that was another one that after you were talking about it, I looked it up and stuff, and yeah, it looked really interesting. It was hard to get a really good visual about like the helmets you were talking about and stuff until I
Oh,
saw a picture of them, and then I was
hmm,
like,
yeah.
ah, right,
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't know. It's hard to explain because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's just this big plastic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's but
Yeah.
basically it completely covers their head, so you can't
Yeah.
see
Hmm.
anything. But yeah, the movie's really cool. It builds to a big like finale scene,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's really good. So, and also
Awesome.
interesting to watch in 2025 the way reality TV has now taken over everything.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that was obviously one of those movies that was ahead of its time, was it?
Mm. Well, yeah, there was
Yeah.
only that 6 episode TV show was the
Hmm.
only reality TV thing that existed at the time this movie was
Right,
made.
right. Wow. That's pretty cool. All right. Nobbins.
Apparently, so I've heard.
Right. Yeah, don't quote her on that. We're we're just making shit up as we go along. Who knows? Um, Mr. Nobbins,
Mr. Nobbins. So
according to my calculations, you've got
I've got another
14 movies left on your
14 to
list.
go. Oh no, that was last time. I
Yes.
got 13 this time, I think.
Now you had 15 last time. Come on, don't do this to me.
Yeah, but I did 2 movies in the last round. Don't you remember?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Anyway,
Yeah. So
all right.
my favorite discovery of the year
Mhm.
was a movie that came out in 2012 called Electric Children.
Here we go.
Ooh.
I know
So
somebody who's a massive fan of that film.
Yeah.
And I've
yeah,
seen it,
have you?
believe it or not. I
I,
have. Frankie
I don't
made me watch it.
I don't believe it at all.
Fair enough.
It's not on Letterboxd, so therefore it
I'm
happened.
not good at lying. Isn't it? Oh no, that was when I was going through. Yeah, because I started using Letterboxd and then I got sick of it, and so I stopped using it. And that would have been during that time that I watched it. So
hmm hmm
yeah,
hmm hmm
yeah. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. Please keep going.
So it's a very vibey movie.
Hmm.
It's about a young woman played by um, what's her name? Garner,
Julia.
Julia
Julia.
Garner,
Mm.
who is amazing in it. And she's in a Mormon family, a polygamous family, and yeah, they're very strict. And then she comes across a tape, and she interprets it as being a sign from above, and
Hmm.
she's determined to go and find whoever made the song that's on that tape. Um, and as a result, she's exposed to the modern world and the things that happen as a result. So she meets one of the Culkins,
Rory.
thank you, um, who's also very good in it. And it's just a really cool little movie.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, it's very
I love
cute.
watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets in with these like skater boys
Yep.
and is like hanging out with them
Yep.
and um yeah, it's just very it's just like considering the some of the like plot and everything of the movie
Mm,
is at the same time it's
yeah.
just like really nice and there's some
Mm.
really cool moments between her and Rory Culkin just you know
And her dad is
like
terrible.
each other. Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that. I can't even okay, I know how I found it because of Rory Culkin being in it, but I had never heard of it and I've never heard anyone talk about it or anyone mention it or anything at all. But when I watched it, it blew me away and I straight away found the DVD on eBay and then when I got it, I watched it again. I've seen it once or twice more, but yeah, it is very much I almost feel like I get a sort of nostalgia thing from it, even
Yep.
though I wasn't hanging out with the Skater Boys when I was young, but it still gives me that feeling
Yeah,
like it is a throwback
it
to
is. Yep.
my teenage years, even though my
Hmm.
teenage years weren't like hers or that. But I don't know, there's just the feeling.
Yep.
Really cool soundtrack too.
Yep.
Hmm.
I still regularly listen to some of the songs from that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would
Yeah.
highly recommend it. I'm sure Frankie would highly recommend it as well.
Mm.
Well, she did highly recommend it, which is
Mm.
why I wound
You
up
still
watching
haven't
it.
watched it. Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, that's why I still want to watch it because I totally haven't ever watched it, or something. Anyway,
And that's electric with a K on the end.
yes, yes, it's a trick word. No, never mind.
I was very excited when Julie Garner was in Weapons, and then she
Yeah,
wasn't really
I did not like her
used.
character in
No.
Weapons. But also
Mm,
interestingly, in the TV series Waco, Her and Rory Culkin are both in that, and they both
okay.
get together in that. So that's an
What?
interesting parallel.
What an outrage. Yeah, it's probably not an outrage, but anyway.
Oh, and
Um,
the director co-directed another movie called When the Streetlights Go On in 2020,
oh, now that is an outrage. What?
which has Mark Duplass in it, and
What's this
Ah,
Sophie
connection?
Thatcher is in it.
ah.
Not
Ah,
available anywhere that I can see, of course.
I'm going
God damn
to
it.
check that out. Not
We
streaming
really
on
need
your
to open up a
services. Rude.
we really need to open up a video store. We're gonna bring them back, damn it.
Like what Letterboxd
Yeah.
is doing.
Yeah, can we charge
What?
everyone $20 to
25
rent
Oh,
from our
yeah, yeah.
store?
bucks for a
Yeah. No. In fact, we will give you money to take movies away and watch
Although,
them
what's
because
annoying
no.
is they've just announced they got Richard Linklater to do like a
a
French New
retrospective
Wave
thing.
introduction, and one of those films is one that I really want to watch because someone talked about it, and I looked it up and looked at images from it, and it looks really cool. And so now I'm like, oh, do I want to pay that much to see it? Might be cheaper to just find a DVD online.
Yeah, yeah, probably. All right. Well, I believe we're done. I believe we
Hmm.
have gone through. So what's
Ah,
that?
When the Streetlights Go
37.
On is a TV show, not a movie.
Really?
Ah.
Because it
Hmm.
came up on Letterboxd saying it was 80 minutes.
That's what I thought. But
So
then,
it's,
yeah, no, it's a TV
Mm.
show.
oh, is it like a mini series or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, 8 episodes
Two,
apparently.
oh, eight
Yeah, 10
episodes.
minutes each.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
They're very short episodes. All right, so there you go. That is 37 movies in a row. Yes. Actually, I'm so glad I only had seven now. That works out perfectly.
It
Yeah,
really is.
37.
Yeah, yeah. Every
Yeah.
episode's 9 minutes long.
Wait, what was your
Oh,
seventh movie?
One Cut of the Dead.
I have that
Mm.
as number six. What were your movies? I've missed
Oh
one.
my God. I've gotten rid of the Word document now. I don't know what they were. They were, oh fuck, seriously. There was there was Sea of Love, there was Premonition, there was Ouija Shark, there was other
Final
ones.
Girls and Monsters
Final
Ball.
Girls, Monsters Ball, One Cut of the Dead. I don't there were seven movies.
Well, you've only mentioned six.
We just shot
Uh
do 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 do. We
to do
just shot
Ouija
do
Shark.
do 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 do.
I'm sure I counted seven on the list. But anyway, I am not going to waste
You,
podcast
you
time
definitely
going.
had seven because you
Yeah,
were up until when I was on my
yeah.
seventh. So
I'm not going to go through my letterbox diary right now because that's not going to be entertaining podcast material. But yeah, we'll go back and go through it and like chime off in the comments. What were my seven movies?
it's a fun game for you to play.
It was a fun game,
Do
yeah.
you
Like
know what?
Frankie
I
had
could
her
do
fun
that
game,
on
but
some certain podcasts that I listen to. When they go through their discoveries, I actually write down what each person says in their list, and then I can go look up
yeah.
any that I don't know and want to
Well,
look
I
at.
did have them written down on a Word document, but once I was finished with it, I was like, I don't need this anymore. I'm just gonna get rid of it. And why would I save it? There's no reason to.
No reason.
This is a valuable lesson, people. Save your documents. You just never know when they're going to come in handy. No, I don't care that much about it. I'm sure there was seven. So yes, 37 movies that we have discovered this year that we all recommend to everyone. So right now you've got a list of 37 movies you need to watch.
Really?
If you Yep, if you don't, all four of us are going to start coming around Jay and Silent Bob style to your houses and give you the beating of a lifetime with inflatable baseball bats if you don't watch them. That is not at all true. We are not going to do that. Um, so no, Mr. Liam Underwood, who's been very quiet for quite some time now. Thank you very much for joining us for this, which is now like 6 in the morning or something over where you
Oh,
are,
it's
give or
only two.
take.
It's fine. It's all good.
Oh, it's
But no,
only
thank you for having
two.
me.
No,
It
that's all right.
forced me over the last week to actually start watching movies again, which is probably because
Right,
I've had the
right.
last week off work, and
Hmm.
knowing that this was coming, I have very
Hmm.
much been more deliberately trying to watch good movies. Because I don't know about you guys,
Right.
but if I have a suspicion that I'm gonna like a movie, it
Hmm.
puts me off wanting to watch it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
No,
prefer the
Well, I
I
do
no,
I
know
don't have that at
sometimes
all.
the mood has to be right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I am dying to see Train Dreams, and I even got Netflix back for a month so that I could watch that and Frankenstein and Wake Up Dead Man. But because I feel like from the trailer that Train Dreams might be one of my favorite movies of the year, I'm like, I have to be in the right mood, the right energy level, and everything before I sit down to watch it. And so I still haven't watched it yet. And it's been, I think, a couple of
Hmm.
weekends since I've had Netflix back.
Right, right.
I'll get
maybe
there
My
that's just
though.
me then.
My current thing is sometimes in the evening, if by chance the kids actually go to sleep at a decent hour, Kylie and I will be like, okay, great, we got time to watch a movie. And then by the time we've thought about what we want to watch, she's too tired to watch something. I'm probably about that stage as well. But the kids lately, they've not been getting to sleep till like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, which is just like, yeah, it's not working too well for us at the moment. Um, yeah, so oh my God, my list of movies like from this year that I need to catch up on is astronomical. Yeah, I think it's going to be a case of when the kids are old enough and we've actually got time, we're just going to binge the fuck out of everything from last year onwards, like that we need to, yeah, because God, there's so many. Um, yeah, and then the kids are going to come home from school or whatever and be like, yeah, Mom, Dad, can you make us a snack? No, fuck off. We're halfway through a movie. Go feed yourselves or whatever. Like, yeah, nah, we'll try and be responsible parents, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, Liam, very happy birthday for. So hang on, is it happening now in your time or is it tomorrow
No,
No,
your
it's
time?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, I don't even know. Yeah.
Bloody
I,
Sunday.
Right, so it's
yeah.
Saturday. Yeah, anyway, awesome. But no, I hope bowling goes well. I hope
Thank
you
you.
manage to get the magic 137 score because that will automatically make you win.
Mm.
I hope dinner is awesome and everything. Nobbins,
Yes.
my soon-to-be neighbor, thank you for joining us on this
Thank you
one,
for having me.
and sharing your insight into some of the greater movies that you discovered from this
I
year?
was, I was actually surprised that because we didn't compare lists before this, that we didn't
No.
have
Yeah.
any double ups.
No. Oh, look,
I wasn't
Strays was so
too
close.
worried about that because a lot of films I've watched, I know, well, I don't know so much with Liam, but I know you guys a lot you haven't seen
Mm.
or,
Mm.
have already seen before this year. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like my Radiance films, I pretty much assume no one's watched any of
Oh no.
You'd be
them.
No,
correct.
not at all. Yeah. Uh no.
What'll be interesting is when we get to the top movies of this year.
Mm.
And are
Mm,
you guys both, do you want to come back and join us for top
mm,
2025 movies?
Yeah,
Sure.
happy to.
yeah. That'll be good because I think my top 10 is like three movies, so we're going to need more we're going to need reinforcements for this one. So
This is my
yeah.
hard one because I have to actually do a ranking instead of just
Mm.
here's 10
Mm,
movies, which in
yeah,
some
yeah.
ways is easy and in other ways is difficult. Like you can generally get a top half and bottom half, but then trying to figure out, the order within
Mm.
that is
Mm.
can be tricky and I probably think about it too much.
I've already
More
got
than
my
likely.
list ready to go for that.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
see, I
I
have a bunch of movies still to watch. I think I've got about six rentals at the moment because they were doing points deals and things.
Mm.
So I've got a whole lot waiting to be watched. I've
Mm.
made a list on Letterboxd of the movies I would like to see, which of course has way more than I'll have time to watch, but I just want to have
mm,
everything there so I can pick out priority ones as I go.
yeah.
And yeah, so we'll
Uh
record it in January, so we've got like the
actually
full month to do some last minute
one,
binging.
Yeah, I would like
two,
to try and get
three,
Anaconda watched before we record.
four,
Mm.
Yes, I'm
five,
very happy. I have never seen Anaconda,
six,
and when the trailer
seven,
came out
eight.
for the new
Ooh.
one, I thought it looked really fun.
Mm.
and Paul Rudd and Jack Black together seems like a good
Mm.
matchup. And then
Yeah.
I looked for the old Anaconda, and I it was nowhere. But
Really?
I looked the other day, and now it's available for rentals. So I was like, well, because you think that someone would want to
Mm.
make it available
Mm.
for everyone to watch
Absolutely.
before the new
Ah,
one. But yeah, I'm sad it's not streaming, but I'm happy to rent it.
I can't remember who released
I
it, but there is a Blu-ray box set of I think the
Really?
first four Anaconda films.
The first four, I didn't know there
there's
was
four.
more than four.
Neither did I. Today
Yeah,
I
there's
I
also
didn't
also
know there
learned.
was more than one,
what I
to be
discovered
honest.
today is there is also a Lake Placid versus Anaconda movie.
No, really?
Oh, on
Yeah.
a podcast, someone
Oh.
mentioned, oh, what was it? Piranaconda.
What?
Okay.
Let
Wow.
me look up.
Needs more sharks. I'm actually thinking I could make a top 10 for this
You got
year.
a top 10?
I've got
Yeah,
eight movies that I actually
Piranaconda.
liked,
Hmm.
but there's a couple of kind of odd things, like a couple of documentaries that I've
Mm.
watched that were actually not too bad that I could throw into the
Mm.
mix,
Oh,
just to bump it up to a top 10. So yeah, no,
guys,
I'm there. I've got a top 10.
there is a Piranaconda
Mm.
top cast, Michael Madsen
Oh,
Wow.
wow. We
with
should all
Rachel
watch it out
Hunter.
of respect. Oh, well, there you go. Um,
Not streaming anywhere. Has a
mm,
1.8 on Letterboxd.
Of course it does.
The
love it
m
already.
most, like the highest bar on the stars is for the um half a star.
Mm, right, right. So it
Wow.
basically sounds like it lives up to its title.
I
Yeah.
mean, the yeah, it'd be interesting to see Michael Madsen up
Mm.
against the Piranaconda.
Oh, of course. I'd actually rather see. No, I'm not going to make a Piranha Condom joke. That would just be like low class. And we are above that on this podcast.
You mean this
Yeah,
podcast we
anyway.
just talked about strays on?
Yeah. Oh boy, did we ever. I'm out. Yeah, wow, that was actually a surprise. That came from out of nowhere. I did not expect us to be
Hmm?
talking about that film today, but here we
I'm going to
are.
watch it now. I think I might have a couple of drinks before I watch it,
Oh,
but
that's a good idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I've seen it. I'm done. All right. Well, there you go. If you were watching this on YouTube and there's the comments thing, like I said, if you want to recommend some movies to us that maybe you have seen throughout the year that you're like, oh, that was a really good one. These four people need to watch that. Then by all means, chime off in the comments. If you're listening to this out in podcast land on the wireless, then yeah, come and hunt us down on social media. Dan and Frankie Go to Hollywood. Google it. We're there. You can email us at Dan and Frankie podcast at either Gmail or Outlook.com. Take your pick. One way or another, the emails will get to us and we will read them with great delight. You can kind of tell that no one's ever emailed us before, can't you? But anyway, no, that's not true. We get inundated. Yeah. So yeah. Well, we well actually by the time this comes out, I've still got the bonus special features episode that I've still got to get out there. I will do that in the coming days because I've got time off now. So yeah, and then yeah, coming up we got our as we've just talked about our top movies of 2025. We're still going to keep going with we got Rocky movies, we got Jay and Silent Bob movies, we got all sorts of things happening. So yeah, stick around. We'll be here. I thank Liam, I thank Nobbins. Frankie, thank you very much for putting this all together and being the host with the most and spreading it on toast and acting like a ghost. And I'm doing that thing again, aren't I? All right, stay safe, watch lots of movies. Bye for now.